Okies, and I think the first thing you hear is Ryan talking, and I was like, how funny is it that he's the one that wants the intros, and all I hear is him just being like, oh yeah, you need a soda or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he was bitching about the athletic commission actually just started.
That's awesome.
Because what else would Ryan be doing?
True.
Yeah.
Dude, I chatted with him leading up to this. He's super funny.
Ryan?
Super
dude,
funny.
He's great. He really is great. I think this is probably the best hair combo we've ever had on the podcast. Like, I met my match, bro. I found somebody with better hair.
The thing about the title is it's meant to be shared.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Takes one to know one.
Yeah, on Visoki's podcast when he was like, he literally looks like Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't even deny. Do you have that picture?
Did he send you that?
No, he never sent it. I didn't really ask. I didn't follow up either. That's on me. But if you got it at the ready, I definitely want to see that.
Yeah.
Nice. That's beautiful.
You could that's totally unrehearsed or whatever.
Dude, stop.
It's just the
totally
perfect,
candid.
hand
Totally
out.
candid. Look at this.
You can send it to Danny if you want.
Yeah.
That's like in an Instagram though, so maybe like screenshot it or something.
Okay. I don't know. We'll figure that out after
yeah.
the fact. But I saved it to your camera roll. I like instinctively thought it was my phone, and I'm like, well, I'll just save this for later, and it's your phone. So
that's fine.
that does me zero good.
I need to do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But dude, thanks for coming in. This has been a long time coming. I feel like you've been on the podcast before, but this is so much better.
Yeah.
The studio,
Oh, yeah,
being in
definitely.
person changes everything.
Definitely.
Well, I've had some people be like, oh, can I just do it Zoom? And like, technically we can. Like, our software allows you to have callers in and stuff, but there is no replacement for sitting with somebody and talking for real.
Yeah, absolutely. And why would you waste not coming to this cool studio too? So
Yeah, I'm glad you like it, dude. That's cool. I mean, we obviously put a lot of time and effort into this. We had a lot of shitty trial runs of figuring out what works and what doesn't. We got Danny Palm on the keys back there. He does a great job. Dude, we can record custom sounds on that too. So, like, I had an idea. We haven't done it yet, but I feel like we need to start doing it for, like, every fighter to have their sound on the board. What would the Zack Snyder sound be?
definitely some ooh-wee noise. I use it for everything. I open the fridge and I'm like, ooh-wee, it's in here, you know. So
Nice. We'll get that done. I love it. So, dude, you're a busy man, to say the least. I know when we were matching this card coming up Saturday, BitB 15, I specifically asked Wilkins about you, and he was like, dude, we need Zach at Bridgeville. So you weren't available to match, unfortunately. But we got 5 other stout guys, and we'll get to that. But let's talk about Bridgeville a little bit, because this is obviously a new stout location and has been, I assume, your focus this past month. How's that opening been? What's that experience been like for you?
it's great. Our new Bridgeville location is at 100 Emerson Lane. It's actually right up over the hill.
Super
basically.
close to
Yeah,
here.
I've been like on this street before without knowing it. It's great. It's a beautiful space. We've got a lot of mat space for jiu-jitsu, for Muay Thai, for MMA. We're working on getting the heavy bags up. We've got a great turnout so far. The jiu-jitsu classes have been really strong. My Muay Thai classes have been basically almost all new students, which is awesome. Week one, I was kind of like, oh, we got some work to do. But all of my students so far have come a really, really long way in our 3 or 4 weeks of training. So that's really encouraging to see people starting at ground zero and building up a lot of different skills.
How awesome is being a coach?
It's really, really fun. I always wanted to be a coach, but I figured I'd be like a football coach or a track and field coach. I never thought I'd do this stuff. And it's very, very, very fun and rewarding. Coaching kids is also very fun and rewarding. Yeah, it's great. I love coaching for sure.
Yeah, they're stout. Watching you guys grow is really cool, man. This Bridgeville location is amazing. Ryan and I went up with Anthony Hogaback actually recently, and nobody was there, but we still got to go in. Like, the doors were open and they were installing lights or something, so they let us in.
Nice.
So we checked it out, man. That facility is super nice. You're right. There's a ton of mat space.
Yeah.
That's something Stout does really well. Like, I haven't seen every location, but the Strip and this location for sure have like infinite mat space.
Yeah, I think part of it is the nature of Pittsburgh. It's easier to find space, but people will come in from out of town a lot, and one of the first things they say is, wow, this place is huge. This place has so much space.
Yep.
I think a lot of gyms, even really talented gyms, really talented coaches and students and whatnot. They're kind of like just rooms oftentimes. So yeah, it's nice to have all the space.
It's true. I don't know if you've ever cross-trained at the Mat Factory at all, but they have one of the tiniest rooms that you'll ever see, which is nuts because their roster's huge and what they do. And dude, when they're in there practicing and there's a lot of bodies in there, the place turns into a straight-up sauna.
Oh, I
it is insane in there.
I bet. I've never been there in person. I've seen pictures, but those guys are all the best. Isaac and Chris Demps and it's just everyone that even trains there. And I get to meet a lot of them because they come on Saturdays to the strip, and it's an awesome team there.
Yeah, I was going to say, you guys seem to have a really nice working relationship with the Mat Factory. There's definitely, is there a formal collaboration there with you two, or is it just kind of an unspoken, we're friends kind of thing?
Not that I'm aware of. I think it's just an unspoken thing. I mean, they're obviously good guys, and I feel like we're good guys too. So yeah, it's an unspoken thing, at least as far as I'm aware. And I think everyone is interested in like raising the water level overall, which I think you guys help with a lot.
Thanks, dude.
So yeah, when tides rise, the boats sail.
Exactly.
I don't know. I messed up quotes last time. You're like, yeah, real Ernest Hemingway. Whatever.
It's the best. Looks like Jesus, speaks like Helen Keller.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
But dude, I think Stout, like what you guys are doing is awesome. Obviously, to us, like you just said. I was going to try to recreate the way you said the quote, and I can't even remember what you said. But a rising tide lifts all boats, or whatever it is.
Probably the right way to say it.
I think that's it. I think it's something like that. But like you guys' involvement with MMA, it feels like has only snowballed as this year went. Like we mentioned on the podcast, that you guys are 9-0 with us this year, which is bonkers. Like that's insane. But you got 5 on this one card to end the year. Like so you guys are half, like almost every fight has one Stout fighter involved.
Yeah. I know. I've been pushing this one hard. Every single class after every single class, when we do like little announcements, I'm like, go to this card. You'll see like half our gym fight basically. So so if we have 5 fighters on it, that means we could go 14-0 technically.
Yeah.
We will go 14-0.
Boom. Dude,
Thank you, Danny.
He's got you. Me and Ryan were talking about it, and like 9-0 already seems impossible, but 14-0 has to be. We got to do research. We definitely got to dig in, but that's got to be the best year by a gym in Pittsburgh MMA history. Like, there's no way that's ever happened before. In MMA, it's a fluky sport. Like, something's going to happen in one of them, but it just, you guys are making it work. It's nuts.
Yeah, totally. It is. It'd be really cool, all right?
You played a part in it. You're one of those ones.
That's right.
They'd be 8-0 without you, Zach.
I'm
or 8-1.
12.5% of our success right now, or some type of number math.
He doesn't know quotes, but he's got math.
I don't know. I don't think that's right.
I don't think it is either. But we're close. That's a great guess.
Thanks.
Who, like, I know like MMA isn't your focus. You didn't set out with dreams to be a UFC champion or anything like that. But how cool is it for you to see the MMA team grow and be a part of that, which you are? You know, you're technically a part of the fight team. You fought once, and I think you want to fight again. So what's that transition to MMA specifically? Because Stout, I think if you ask people what Stout's known for, they would say BJJ and Muay Thai first, and then MMA third. But I think that's changing. I think you guys are definitely coming up on the MMA side of things.
I think you're right. Even at like a lower level, we have MMA techniques classes, which are more or less open to like everybody in the gym. So it'll be people that'll just go to like a fundamental jiu-jitsu, but they can come to MMA too. And in the past, those classes would be a couple, maybe people who are serious about MMA, and then a couple other people. But now those classes are like 20, 30 deep, pretty much every single class. I don't know who teaches this second, but Vasoki teaches, Britt Bickhart teaches. I think now, in Bridgeville, I have Nikolai teaching, Nikolai Gianti.
Oh, wow, nice.
So, yeah.
Man, he's super legit.
Yeah, then speaking of the cast in Bridgeville, I have Nikolai teaching, Mike Wilkins teaching, Warren teaches. If you guys don't know Christian Schaefer,
he will soon if you don't now.
He's so talented. And, yeah. Andy Anderson gets there, Jephthah gets there. And then I teach most of the striking. Oh, and we have Big Lonnie for boxing. If you guys don't know Big Lonnie. So I think I do a fairly good job on my own, and then I'm just surrounded by like the craziest supporting cast.
That's
so
awesome.
It's fun, yeah.
I mean, that's definitely an advantage you guys have. The sheer size and support you have, that's a huge advantage, obviously. The names you just listed are insane. Anybody who knows understands how high level that is. You can't do much better in the region, especially in terms of volume and quality combined, because I feel like you can get one or the other, but to have both is awesome. Like you've got a lot of options, and they're all high. You can't go wrong with any of those guys.
Right. We have Slack, and there's a standard schedule for who's coaching what and when. But if somebody has to go out of town or whatever, you get coverage for it in Slack, and it's kind of funny just to see who like hops in to fill the spot, because they're just as like, it's like an all-star team. Like the bench is just as good as the starting lineup, in some way.
That's crucial. That's super crucial, man. So this card coming up Saturday.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to ask you to pick favorites or anything, but let's talk about your stout guys involved. Is there a particular matchup that you're like, I can't wait to see this guy get in there?
All of them, for sure.
Sure.
And I was actually hoping to do a completely unbiased pick 'em.
Let's do it. Let's pick them.
I don't have the list though.
I think I can get you on that.
Okay,
We'll
I know most of the fight. There's only a couple people I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, I'll try to go like bottom up, so we end with those advanced Amis that are bangers. We've got James Padmore versus Ray Cornett.
James. I know.
I was hoping that was your whole breakdown. Just his name, just James.
James is really, really a great person. I heard Visoki talking about him a little bit. Visoki's right. He's so strong. For being a big guy and a strong guy, he has like such a flair to his style. It's really cool to see. And he puts in a ton of work. I don't want to get into like he works a lot, like in his real life work.
Yeah.
Works a lot, has a family, has a little boy. Then he'll come to the gym in the morning and work out, come to the gym in the evening and work out. He'll be in the sauna. He'll be doing this. He'll be doing that. After class, he'll ask me if we can do some rounds together, stuff like that. And he's bigger than me and stronger than me. He'd whoop me. So I get to like really push him without being afraid of him blowing my face off. So
that feels good, right? When you can just take like let it happen.
Yeah, and like kind of have a little bit of a better gas tank, just being a smaller guy.
I'm shocked.
So I get to push him, and I'll be I'll be slapping him with the Thai pads. Be like, let's go,
let's
go.
Is that in your nature? Did you have to teach yourself to be kind of like aggressive and okay with that? Because I know a lot of guys get to the gym and they're like, I don't want to hurt anybody, and they have that mentality. But you can't do that as a coach. Like you need to be able to push your guys.
Yeah. I've always been like, even when I did sports back in the day, I was like a team captain or like pretty close on some other teams, and then I was always trying to push myself, push others. So yeah, it translates pretty well now.
Hell yeah. This is probably the best, maybe not the best, one of the best storylines on the card. And this fight, Logan Pryor versus Tanner Cahill. We've got Stout 9-0 on the year. Indio Dojo, Tanner's gym is 6-0 on the year. So this is there's some bragging rights on the line here, but it's also a really fun matchup just stylistically. What do you know about Logan and obviously Pickett?
Logan.
Oh, I'm shocked. I honestly thought you were going to go Tanner in that one, dude.
Logan. Yeah, Logan's like a Zelianople guy primarily, so he's working with all those grapplers up there, and he gets to work with Jonas on a daily basis, which is awesome. Logan's super tough. It's pretty much like what Visoki said about him too. You'd see him and you would think, oh, this guy's like not nerd. I'm not going to call him nerdy, but
you can call him nerdy.
I don't know.
If it's true,
he doesn't have the same style as you and I do.
Yeah.
And but yeah, he's just
thankfully probably
super tough. Yeah,
nice. I'm stoked for that one because it's a really interesting matchup. I think Tanner is a great grappler, really good wrestler, very pressure heavy guy.
He was a wrestler before, a Division I wrestler.
Yep, big wrestling background, but he's really taken to jiu-jitsu. Like those guys at India have translated it extremely well. Like they work with a ton of wrestlers, and they figured out like the best way to maximize wrestling and jiu-jitsu for MMA. So that's a really interesting match because I understand Logan has a nice Muay Thai base as well.
Yeah, he has a lot of different types of skills. It's cool.
Yeah, that's going to be an absolute banger. Last one before we get to those two advanced, which I think are just insane matchups. Tim Bailey versus Cam Smith.
This one's tough. No, it's not. It's Tim Bailey all day.
All day.
Tim Bailey, he and I probably started he and I used to just be back in like fundamentals and intermediate level classes together. And so we progressed into advanced and fight team stuff, kind of along a similar path. So I've seen him get really, really, really good. He wrestled at Clarion, so he always had the wrestling skills. And he's another guy that takes it so serious, just in terms of his preparation and his training, and really trying to squeeze the most juice out of everything. You like almost always see him after practice. You'll see him talking to people he was training with, or talking to the coaches, or talking to even like a coach from another gym. You can see him picking their brains, and you can tell he's just trying to get better and better. And yeah,
he's a cop, right?
Yeah.
I thought so. So, I mean, balancing that job, which is obviously demanding and stressful and tiring, and then still getting after it, that says it all of how seriously he takes it.
I've thought about that before for like all police officers. So when I go into like fight, I've only had a couple fights, but when I go into fights, yeah, you have that nervousness, and not really nervous, but anxiousness. And it's just, for me, I'm never really necessarily nervous in my mind. Like, I don't feel scared. I don't feel really even worried, but there's a physical thing that's happening in my body, like a physical stress and anxiety that feels like more in my stomach and chest than it is in my mind. And I've thought, holy shit, like these policemen basically must feel like that almost every day. Like, oh, I could get in a fight today. This crazy thing could happen. So yeah, to be able, like you said, to be able to balance the stress of that job with high level and high intensity training, he kills it.
I was
Tim Bailey for that one for sure. No offense to the other guy.
Nice. I was literally just thinking about exactly what you just said the other day, for no reason other than I saw a cop on the side of the road like monitoring, and I just put myself in his shoes, because you think like they're just sitting in their car waiting, but like waiting for what? Like if it happens, they have to help. Like you have to jump into that fight.
It's go time for them. Yeah.
Insanity.
Yeah. And then, from working at a gym like this and training at a gym like this, you meet a ton of officers, and like everyone is so cool. Everyone at the gym is cool. It's because it's such a melting pot of people. You get all types of different people.
It's also a humbling thing that you're doing in the gym.
Yeah, right. Like you really can't have an ego, because someone's going to easily come slap you if they wanted to. And, yeah, so that's cool. Tim Bailey.
Tim Bailey. All right, so he's got Stout at 12-0 after 3 picks. I'm pretty shocked. So we'll get to the first advanced amateur. Dude, these two are so sick. Mason DeLess versus Jalen McIntyre.
Dude, Mason.
I like how you make it seem like you might, like, thinking about it.
No. Yeah, Mason's super sick. He's really fun to work with. He has a crazy, interesting style. I think that he maybe did Taekwondo previous to like his training now, something along those lines. Because he has a lot of really interesting stuff. Not even like that stuff I'm going to give away his game plan, but he can do kicks from weird angles. He'll like spin into kicks, and he hides them really well. You can tell he has that background. And then, I mean, what does he fight at? 125?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll work. I mean, he's obviously much more technical and skilled than me, but even like my weight advantage doesn't really help me against him. I try to clinch with him. He can clinch with me. He can grapple with me. Like, obviously, he's technically better than me, but you'd think my weight advantage would kind of, but it's not. He's pretty much still better than me. Like, well, he is better than me.
He's tall for a flyweight for sure. He's got a lanky build at that weight class, which I think is good. I always think that's like the ideal fighter build for sure, is being like long and lanky, if you know how to use it, obviously.
Yeah, and he does. He's a good striker, great jiu-jitsu. For all my like crappy scramble wrestling jiu-jitsu that serves me pretty well normally, like he twists me up every time we do it, and like there's nothing I can do about it. So
that's funny. Yeah. I think when you talk about Mason and you say I don't want to give away his game plan, like it's no secret. Like if you go watch his fight that's on 247, you can see it. He has a super unique stand-up style. It's different. It's goofy, weird angles, like you said.
Right.
And the dude he's fighting is super legit, man. I don't know how much you may not have watched anything of him, but I'm sure they have. His foot, he's good. This is a like elite matchup. I told Visoki, like, maybe who wins this might be literally the best amateur flyweight in the nation. Like, it's that good of a matchup for real. So we're stoked about that. One more.
Yep.
Do you know it?
I do.
Okay. Miguel versus Chance. This is a sick matchup, bro.
This is a sick matchup, but it's definitely going to be Miguel. And again,
14-0.
These are totally unbiased picks, even including when I don't know the other person.
Miguel versus John Jones.
Oh, Francisco. Deku MMA.
There you go. Deku.
I'm not sure. I'm not into anime, so I don't. I think it's
Either am
Deku.
I. Either am I.
He's the man, though. He fights like an anime guy. He has a really, really unique style. He can strike. He can grapple. He can wrestle. Same thing with him, like Mason. Like I've got to have like a decent bit of weight on him, but it doesn't really matter. He's just a lot better than me, and he's the nicest guy. He's the sweetest guy. He gives out game a lot. Like you'll be working with him, and like mid round, he'll be like, maybe if you didn't do that and you did this, that would have worked." And I'm
Interesting.
like, "Oh wow, thanks,
Nice.
dude." And then back to punching me in the face, you know?
Yeah, that sounds right.
So, yeah.
He's like one of the most dangerous guys, I think, regionally on stand up or on the ground.
Yeah.
And maybe not technically the best stand up, maybe not technically the best ground game, but he's ultra aggressive in both places, like a threat to finish the fight at all times, which obviously is a promoter's dream, a fight fan's dream.
Yeah, he's good. All of those matchups are so exciting. I can't wait to see them. I'm not biased. Those are my picks.
And you've been rallying the stout troops, obviously, dude. I would love to just see a wash of like stout shirts in the crowd.
I imagine, yeah, there should be. There's enough fighters there for it, so yeah, should be good.
That's sick. I mean, we've been hyped about that dynamic the whole time. And if you guys go 14-0, we're definitely we'll do something for that. I don't know what, but like I don't know. We'll research and make sure that that's the best year ever by a gym.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that. It could be.
It would be 15-0 if Zack Snyder was on the card. I assume. I can just only assume this, but we mentioned what
I'd pick myself for sure. Unbiased. I'd pick myself.
Dude, Zack Snyder, Jesus, aka Front Desk Sensei. Whatever you want to call yourself, 15-0. You're obviously not fighting on this card, which we discussed, but do you want to fight again?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun, and I feel like you wouldn't regret it. You get hurt, you would regret that. But I'm so happy I did the first one, and I'm sure I'll feel that about the subsequent ones. So, and I'm so happy. Like I fought Muay Thai a month or two ago. Really happy I did that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's consequences, there's risks, but so far I've just enjoyed doing it. I'm happy with myself for doing it. So
yeah. Was it more of a personal milestone for you than anything? Like you just want to test yourself in the cage and see how you can do?
In a way, I'm not one of those people that are like, I just wanted to get in there. It was on my bucket list. I wanted to do it because I think I'd be good at it and I think it'd be fun. And it was. And yeah, it was something I always wanted to do. When you're, at least at our gym, we don't rush people ever. So we really, really train people up. We almost over-prepare people versus under-prepare people. Other gyms, I think they're like, oh, you're tough and you've been training for 3 months. We'll get you a fight. And I don't know. I mean, you have to be tough to do that. But our gym, I think, like really over-prepares people. So I don't know what I was getting at, but
who cares? It's a podcast, bro. You can go wherever you want.
Cool.
That's the beauty of it.
Cool. How's Babs doing?
Dude, Babs, the goat.
Yeah.
I have to like impose a picture of her over the video.
Please.
Yeah.
Wait.
She's the best, dude.
Danny, put it right here.
Pull that up. Danny, pull up a picture of Babs.
He
can. He can. I don't know. It's probably on my IG or something. I don't know the best place to find it.
Do you think you can Photoshop him in here so I'm petting him? That's what I've been trying to do.
Yeah, dude, Babs is awesome.
Yeah,
Big dog guy, obviously. I was actually in here yesterday, and I had a German Shepherd shirt on for my podcast.
Oh, you wanna see something?
Yeah.
That sounds kind of creepy, but I'll show you.
Yeah, it's creepier how quickly I said yeah.
Let's see here. My mom got me these bad boys.
Oh no.
These socks,
dude,
kind of hard to tell. They're flowers, but all the flowers are also dogs.
Oh my god!
So that's a white fluffy dog, whatever that is. That's a brown dog. There's a beagle on
That's
my
a brown
foot.
dog. That's a white dog.
I'm not a dog ecologist.
Zack Snyder, dog specialist.
But there's this one dog on here that's like a Pomeranian, I would guess, and I used to have like a Chihuahua Pomeranian mutt type of thing. It looks
what
just
a wild
like
mix.
My little JoJo.
That's awesome,
yeah.
Dude. Dogs are the best.
Dogs are the best.
Undisputed.
So I actually have another dog story for you.
Hit me.
Okay, so before my Muay Thai fight, the week before my Muay Thai fight, my parents were on vacation, I think somewhere, and They weren't there. I was babysitting.
They told me they were on vacation.
Yeah, I can't remember where they were. They're retired now. Shout out to my mom and dad. They're the best. I love them. And
hell yeah.
And they're the best. And they're retired, so they finally get to chill and have fun and not just like, deal with like my crazy ass. But they were on vacation, so I was babysitting their dog, which is really my dog I got in college and then like pawned off to them basically. And she was acting like goofy all week, but I just figured it was because she was out of sorts from like being with me instead of being with them. And I was taking her to the gym every day, and she was like out of sorts. So then they got back from vacation, and I gave him back to her. And like the next day, they called me and said she was really sick. I guess she like collapsed in the yard and couldn't get up. So my dad brought her inside, and she like puked all over the floor. And they took her to like an emergency vet, and it turned out she had like all this like cancer in her organs and stuff like that. So it was really, really sad. And then we had to take her to another vet and had her put down because they said like her organs like had like a lesion in it, and it like all this bacteria spread out all into her body. So she was like just totally like poisoned, like blood poisoned and stuff. So we had to have her put down, and it was really, really sad. And that was the day before my Muay Thai fight. So, like, I was in such a weird headspace. I had cried for, like, 2 days straight. It probably helped with my weight cut, honestly, because I literally cried a lot.
Seriously. Yeah.
And,
that's brutal.
Yeah, it was sad. And then, but I shouted her out after my Muay Thai win.
Hell yeah.
But, okay, hey, I hate to dominate the conversation, but let me tell you two other things about this. All right.
That's why you're here.
So here's one thing I think is funny. So
are you segueing from a dog dying into, hey, this is something funny? I just want to make sure.
It's about my dog dying, and it's kind of funny. Okay. So look, I love my dog Callie. I miss her so much. She's so sad. I feel like this is like a side note, but like I guess it's grief. Like maybe 2 or 3 mornings randomly. This is probably 2 or 3 months ago she died. It's like sad, but I don't like sit around and cry about it all day. But like 1 or 2 or 3 mornings, I woke up and the instant my eyes opened, it was just like I was thinking about her and I just woke up crying. It must be like a grief thing or something. Yeah. But here's the funny part. So I'm with my mom and my dad, and we take Callie, my dog, to the vet to have her put down. My mom doesn't want to be in the room, so it's just my dad and I. And my dad is like the nicest guy ever, but pets were always just pets to him. Like, he doesn't.
Yeah.
We would get hamsters.
It's too tough to love pets, right?
No, he's not. He's nice. He's really nice and soft. But it's just like pets are pets to him. They're not like family members how they are for a lot of people. Right. But this one changed. He retired. He had an empty nest. Me and my sisters left, and then the dog was like really kind of like high maintenance in a way, like just needed attention, needed love. So it became like his little doggy daughter, and he was like obsessed with her. So this one was really different for him. He was like crushed. Here comes the funny part. I'm sorry. This is like depressing so far, podcast listeners and guys here. So my mom leaves the room. The vet is like, we're going to give you a couple, I'll give you as much time as you want. Okay. So me and my dad are basically going back and forth, like holding her face in our hands, like rubbing her face, like giving her little kisses on the head. I love you. You're so cute. You'll always be our little baby. My dad's crying. I'm crying for sure. My dad's crying. He's rubbing her. And he looks up at me and he goes, Zachy, this is exactly how I would be acting if you died. I had to go like, I'm crying. I'm super sad. I had to turn my face so that he didn't see me basically have to fight a laughter.
Laugh, cry.
Because I'm like, dude, I got this dog in college. I love her so much, but like, I get it. But like, you wouldn't be more sad if I died.
That's the most preposterous thing you could ever say.
I know what he was saying. He was just being like, I really love this dog. But to be like, this is exactly how I would act. And I was like, wow. Thanks, Dad. Thanks.
I'm glad I'm your little puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, man. That is beautiful. You're right. That was funny. That was well worth the setup.
I was very sad and crying, and it basically almost made me laugh out loud.
Good.
While it was
happening. Need that, right?
Yeah, totally. Can I take it one more place?
One more
dog place.
You can go 2 more. I don't care. Go as many as you need.
So this weekend, I met up with a buddy to go watch the football games. And my buddy has a young dog, probably 6 months old or something like that. And on the way there, I'm like, oh, I'm so excited to see Charlie. I love Charlie. I don't have any dogs anymore, so I just like every dog I see, I like I love them extra because I have all this dog love to give, and I have to get it. So I'm so excited to see him and everything. I've met him before. He's a really nice dog. I've never seen him be aggressive at all. I took one step in the house, and he flew down the steps and jumped on me and bit my hand.
Oh, that's what that's from.
Yeah, so he got me there. This one's actually kind of deep. It's kind of gross. I've kept it clean. It's not infected or anything, but it's pretty bad.
Dude.
So I was like, dang, I saw him coming down the steps, and I'm like, this is exactly what I wanted.
Yeah,
He's running to
Charlie.
wrong. So he bit me. I don't think he's a bad dog. I think it was just the circumstance. Like, he didn't expect me to be there, and he got defensive. So he bit me. It was kind of bad. I went to the sink and, to drip my hand in the sink and wash it off. And all of a sudden I hear him like rip roaring again. And he's going crazy, crazy, crazy. And he starts to run at me. And it was like such a split second thing. I think he was like mid lunge, like mid in the air. And in my head, I'm thinking, I can't let you bite me again. Pop, hit him with the teep, right?
I was going to say, please tell me you teeped the dog. I was literally going to say that. You did.
Teep one from Will Morrill's. Teep one from Will Morrill's teep curriculum. Lifted that knee, popped him with the bottom of my foot. Luckily, I didn't get him in the face or anything. I think I caught him like on the chest or on the shoulder, but it sent him tumbling backwards. I said to my friend is just in shock. We're all kind of just in shock. I've never seen a dog act like this. And so I'm saying to my friend, get him. I'm going to have to hurt him. Like, I don't want to. I'm gonna, if he keeps attacking me, it's not.
I have to.
Hurt him.
What do you want me to do?
So anyway, that's I think the last dog story I got for you for now.
Did Charlie calm down?
I realized I shouldn't have shouted him out by name. Hope,
Sorry, Chuck.
It's my fault. They actually do call him Chuck.
Oh no.
I won't say
That's worse.
I won't say his parents' names.
Yeah.
What did you ask him? Sorry.
Did he calm down? Were you okay with him at a certain point? Did he accept you?
They got him and took him upstairs, and it was good. And then we went to the bar, but then when we came back later in the day, I might have had a couple of pops at the bar.
There you go.
And I don't remember how it exactly happened, but I ended up like holding him.
Oh.
And I think there was
happy ending.
Well, yeah, but there was a small part of me while I was holding him where
he's gonna bite
I'm
my jugular.
an idiot. He's gonna bite my face. Why am I doing this?
What kind of dog?
Like some type of border collie mutt. It's like a black and tan color.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, I've seen him at the dog park. I've never seen him be aggressive at all. It was just, I keep using the expression he wasn't expecting me to be coming, but what dog would ever expect any?
Sure.
They can't speak. So
yeah.
But his mom and him were at the top of the steps, and I just walked in, and I think it was all just like it clicked for him. Like, I have to go into protect mode. So I kind of don't blame him. I think he was
kind of got to respect that.
Kind of doing his job.
For sure.
Yeah. So,
dude, Babs is the weirdest with stuff like that because everybody sees German Shepherd and gets scared, and she's super vocal. Like when the mailman comes, bro, it's game on. And like if you come in the house, super fine. I'm 100% fine. A stranger can walk right in the house, and she will 100% bark and run at them. But it's just to jump on them and be lovey. It's never in an aggressive way, even though it's like, whoa, shit, this dog's coming at me.
Yeah.
But if you're in our yard unannounced and she's in the yard, it's showtime, baby.
You shouldn't be here.
Yeah, that's my turf. Yeah, like even if somebody just walks a dog past our house and we're in the yard, it's go time, and it is not in a nice way. So it's so weird like that, because you would think in the house would be more territorial, but it's like she understands. I don't know why she gets it, but like if you're in the house, you must be allowed to be here, kind of thing. But she's super loud, so even though like if we got robbed, even though she wouldn't attack the robber, she would for sure alert us that there is somebody in the house.
You see a big dog like that,
because I got a 45 by the nightstand, son.
That's good.
I actually do.
Oh,
don't rob me.
That's sick.
Don't rob me, bitches.
Good.
Yeah, I could talk about dogs all day, bro.
Dude,
I will say, like, your story about your dog dying, like, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard. But it was also one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
Yeah, it was great.
What your dad saying that? That's beautiful.
I can tell you one more little dog, sad, funny story.
Get it.
Have you ever read Where the Red Fern Grows?
I have not, but I'm familiar with the title.
Danny, you've read it.
Yes.
Okay.
Is dogs involved? It's
like a coming-of-age story. It's like this little boy who grows up on the frontier in Missouri. they're like country folk, and he like has these hound dogs that he goes hunting with. So he's a little boy. He gets them as puppies. He raises them, trains them. So he's growing and going through like coming of age experiences. Okay, the end of the book. Well, how the story ends, more or less. Spoilers if you haven't read this book from like 120 years ago.
I don't think you need to say it when the book's 100 years old.
So he's probably like a teenager at the end of the story, right? Like he's progressed in age throughout the book. And he takes these 2 dogs hunting with him. They're hunting raccoons, I think. And they get attacked by a mountain lion or bobcat, something like that. And the cat attacks him, and the dogs fight it off for him. And but one of the dogs is all, this is going to be a little graphic. He gets all like his cut open, and I guess his like organs all get like caught in a bush. So I guess the kid like unhooks the organs from a bush. Yeah, it's like pretty graphic. Takes it home. It dies. So he buries it. The other dog, because they're like brother and sister, twin, whatever. The other dog won't eat or drink, and all it does is lay by the first dog's grave and basically dies of like a broken heart.
Yeah.
And then he buries that one, and then where he buries those 2 dogs, a red fern grows. It was real unusual, so that's why it's called. That's why it's called Where the Red Fern Grows. Okay, I read this book in 6th grade. Danny.
I was gonna say that took me back to like 4th grade.
I was just gonna.
Why do they make kids read this? What the fuck? What is wrong with our school system?
I knew I just set myself up for failure when I'm like, I read it in 6th grade, and Danny was like, "Yeah, I read it, but I was a little ahead of you there, buddy." So, my childhood dog, the one from like all my baby pictures and stuff like that. When I'm in 6th grade, how old are you in 6th grade? 12-ish. So I had it since I was, a little baby.
Depending on how well you can read. It could be like 14. Zach Snyder in 6th grade with a full beard reading Where the Red Fern Grows. Like asking the teacher where the pictures are.
Where the pictures are. Oh, that was really brutal. What are all these weird shapes on the page?
Yeah.
Zach, they're letters.
Those are letters, Zachary.
Oh my God. Where are the pictures? Oh, dude, that was good, bro. That was solid.
Couldn't resist, sorry. Anyway.
All right, so my childhood dog is like, she's just old.
Not to stop you, but slide to your left a little.
I'm sorry.
He got out of frame.
This way, cool. Okay.
You know frames are important, bro. Don't you train? Frames. It's all about frames. Jiu-jitsu is all about frames. Sorry.
Oh, that's true.
Anyway.
That's true. Okay, whatever. I think this story is going to suck. My dog died the morning that we had to read the final chapter of the book in class.
Oh, dude.
In class. So we're talking... Dude,
no way.
I'm sitting there, and I'm like in 6th grade as like a 17-year-old. No, I'm in 6th grade, and we're holding the book, and I'm like shaking while I'm reading it, trying not to cry.
Yikes.
Back then, it was like the most humiliating thing would be like crying in front of
100%.
your friends.
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I was losing it, like grabbing the edges of my desk, like trying to hold it together. It was really bad timing.
That couldn't be worse. Really couldn't be worse.
Bad timing.
Oh, that's awful. I always think, like, why do people write that? Like, it's a powerful book, and it's obviously a classic, but I think of that and Old Yeller, that movie Marley and Me. Like, why do we have to do this?
Every time I get a little funky, pretty much every time, and I see a dog, I'm just like, what the hell? Like, if there were no dogs ever, no one that knew about dogs, and I was like, hey, I got this animal, it like likes you.
Yeah,
you'd be like,
won't
what?
believe it.
Yeah, right. They're like aliens. It's just crazy that we have them. And then, I don't know. Can I tell you another dog story?
Dude, keep going. I want to see how many dog stories you got. Let's go.
This podcast is going off the rails.
We are right beside a place called Mutt Manor, so I mean, this is only fair.
Hold up, you almost didn't get me in the studio, man. I walked in there first, and I was like, oh, I'm in the wrong place.
Why would you think we were inside Mutt Manor?
I thought it was the perfect cover.
Okay, fair. You know what? Perfect counter right there.
I was like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they don't want people to know where they are. But I walked in there, and I was like, ooh, I'm in the wrong place. I'm in the right place.
However,
there's a bunch of dogs here. This is the right place to be. All right, so this one time I was in Thailand. This is what's really interesting about dogs and humans. I'm sorry. This is what's interesting about dogs and humans. Oh, the relationship. It's not like it's something like cooked into our DNA. It's like it's not just like it's 100 200,000 years in the making or whatever.
Yeah.
So like other places in the world, they don't have like pet dogs necessarily like we do. Every place is different, but some
Sure.
places they don't have the same like you have one dog, it lives in your house, you blah blah blah.
Got you.
But the dogs and humans will still interact pretty similarly, even when they're like communal street dogs type of thing. I think that's cool. Like even though they're
That is
not,
neat.
they don't have their own owner and their own house. They basically still act like every other dog
Sure.
acts. But that being said, one time I was in Thailand and I was in like this little beach town, and I was going to the convenience store to get the snack or whatever. And side note, they have insane snacks. It'll be like shrimp and toothpaste flavored Snickers. Like Thailand and China have insane food options. It'd be like calamari flavored Kit Kats, stuff like that. I'm kind of making these up, but there are some crazy options.
I've seen. Like I go to the Oriental markets and stuff sometimes, and they got a bunch of
Interesting
stuff like
options.
that. That it's like, whoa, what are these Doritos that I've never seen? That are,
right. Like mint Doritos.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
I guess.
So I'm going to the store. It's nighttime, and I hear these dogs barking. And there's kind of like this main drag where all these shops are sitting on. And I look up one side of the main drag, and there's a group of like 15, 20 dogs, and they're all like howling and barking. And then down the other side of the street, like 100 yards down, is another group of like 15, 20 dogs. They're all howling. So I'm like, all right, maybe I shouldn't be out at night right now. All of a sudden, they rush each other like a battle. And they all start biting each other and barking. It's a big fracas.
Nice. That's a word for sure.
I'm checking with it.
I was like,
Literary
I
god
thought something
over
was
there.
wrong. Yeah,
No,
yeah, we good.
Yeah, bite each other, 10, 15, 20 seconds. Run away. That's it. They're having dog gang wars in Thailand. It was crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We need that. We need that live streamed on 247
It was
Live.
cool. Yeah, it was kind of scary, but
Like Michael Vick's dog fighting kind of stuff. That's objectively terrible.
Yeah.
Like nobody's going to deny that. But natural dog gang violence,
self-organized.
a little cooler.
Yeah.
A little cooler for sure.
Dude, keep that expression in mind. The phrase you said, natural, self-organized dog gang violence. That'd make a great band name, wouldn't it?
Oh,
It's a little
awesome.
wordy.
I would like it though. They would condense it to the abbreviation, and then people would be like, "What does that stand for?" And
Yeah.
they'd be like, "Bro, just wait for this."
It's
natural.
It's funny that this came up because I know you're a big fan of metal music.
Yes,
and,
sure am.
and actually, you referenced Anthony earlier. Shout out Hound Dog. He's the man.
Big metal guy.
He's a big metal guy too. So I made a list. Of my favorite metal bands,
Okay,
and I was gonna run them by you.
dude, let's do it.
Okay,
Let's do it.
let me just.
I'm excited for this, and I also feel
on
like I'm
mute.
about to be trolled.
Nah, dude, these are my favorite bands.
I knew it. I knew it before it happened.
My girlfriend thinks I'm so stupid.
These are
I
totally
showed her
my
all.
favorite band.
I showed her all of these, and she's like, "You can't do that on a podcast." I was like, "Yeah,
I'm
gonna."
about to though.
All right, I guess I can't play it straight, but I'll do my best here. All right, Jeffrey Dahmer's Neighbor.
Oh, love them.
They're great because you hear them and you tell somebody about it, but then they don't really do anything.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh my god. This is Zack Snyder's stand-up career.
These are
budding.
these
on
are
the
my
podcast.
metal band names for you.
Classic New York hardcore.
I also need, since you are a metal aficionado, I need you to rank these. Not rank them in order because I kind of have a lot for you.
Okay.
Give me a
Okay.
1 to 10 on each. So Jeffrey Dahmer's Neighbor.
You hear them, but don't tell anyone. I like that addition to it. It definitely bumps the score. I'm gonna start that off at a solid 7 because
Okay.
Dahmer's like the low hanging fruit right now.
Yeah, I actually didn't even watch that show, so I think the reference is
You're,
right.
You're
but-
not missing much.
Okay. This next one. Pee butt. So I got this one from my girlfriend. You know
You
when
got
you
pee butt from
No,
your girlfriend, bro?
no,
Check-
yeah, good point.
Get
Good
that
point.
checked.
Yeah. You know when you go to like Mexico and you drink the water and you get that like
Absolutely.
yeah, we call it pee butt. 'cause
Okay,
we're like,
pee butt.
pee butt.
That's
you know?
awesome.
And I think it's also kind of fitting because I feel like when that's happening to you and you have pee butt, you basically hear metal music in your head. You're on
True.
the toilet and you're like,
That's true.
it's like, oh,
Yeah,
you know?
that's facts. Pee butt's a 9 out of 10, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, good.
That's so good.
Good, good. Thank you. Okay. My next favorite band that totally exists is Death Quiche. And when they
That's definitely a hipster metal band for
Whenever-
sure.
whenever they come out and whenever they come out on stage, the the guitar player says, "I brought the eggs," and the drummer says, "I brought the spinach," and then the vocalist says, "I brought the heat," and then they say together, "We are Death Quiche."
Can't. Who thinks of this? Who sits around and go? You went through the whole. Like, not only did you think of the name Death Quiche, you went through the whole. Like, dude, this is how they are.
The cool-
This is how they open their show.
The cooler part, well, cooler, probably more lame part is I thought of most of these just as names, and then I was like, I should maybe make
What would-
jokes. Yeah.
You got to give them character. Got to give them some character. Death Quiche, 8 out of 10.
Okay, that's cool.
That's
Yeah,
a decent
cool.
one. Not as good as Pea Butt.
Next up, we have saltwater enema.
Ow.
Can't be healthy.
That can't be.
Can't be good for your insides.
Definitely not.
I
I,
don't know.
like that because that sounds like a real.
Yeah.
Like there are. I don't know how. Are you actually into metal or no?
These are my favorite bands, huh? Have you not been paying
Okay, yeah.
attention?
So you're a big metal guy.
Yeah.
Like Dying Fetus and Cannibal Corpse. Like those are real death metal band names. So I mean, Saltwater Enema is a small step from those. I feel like.
It's funny you mentioned those two band names because one of my favorites is actually Baby Punchers. But it's misleading. I don't want any harm to come to a baby. These are babies capable of punching.
Mhm.
They're babies who punch.
I like that.
And they have their own metal band.
Sparks a conversation.
Yeah.
It's a 9 out of 10 because of the
you.
backstory.
Thank
yeah.
you. Right.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's a flip. You think it's,
Saltwater Enema might be a 10 for me.
I forgot to let you rank it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that might be a 10 because I think that's real. Like I think somebody might actually
Yeah.
take that.
We might have to Google these afterwards and do some comparisons. Okay. This one's stupid, but I have the best joke. Well, actually, the joke is also really stupid. Uranus's anus.
Go ahead.
They kind of have a spacey, farty sound.
Oh my god. That's beautiful.
So stupid.
That's beautiful. Because like so much modern progressive metal, like I don't even know if you meant to do it because of that, but so many people will describe their sound as spacey and ambient. Like that sounds real.
Yeah,
Again,
ambient,
the backstory helps.
Spacey, gassy.
Spacey farty sound. Uranus's anus. I love it. It's like Reese's Pieces for death metal
That's a
bands.
great way to put it.
Yeah. 9. I can't give it a 10, but that's a
Okay.
very strong contender.
Okay, cool.
I think even though Saltwater Enema got a
And whoa, he just chipmunk voiced me in the
middle of talking.
I thought I was having a stroke or something.
Zach's like,
The
how
roof
many
just collapsed.
mushrooms did I have on the way here?
Right.
Yeah. Dude, that was great.
Oh,
So even though Saltwater Enema got a 10, I personally still like P-Butt better.
yeah, that's great. Jules,
That one's winning
my
so
girlfriend's
far.
gonna love that.
Yeah, that
Shout
one's
out
winning
my
so
girlfriend
far.
Jules. She's the best.
Even when she makes fun of my jorts.
Did she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she totally did, bro.
She's. Yeah, but
No,
her
I
boy.
embrace
look
it.
at her boyfriend. He dresses like a bum. So.
Nobody wears jorts without knowing that's a joke. Well, some
Well,
people do. Some people
Yeah,
do.
but you rock them.
like,
You have like a cool style.
That's what I'm
You have
saying.
a cool
Like
style.
I just embrace it. Like yeah, they're jorts.
I wore jorts one time as a freshman in college, not like as a joke, and some hot chick was like, "What are you wearing?" And I just like never wore them again. I was like embarrassed.
That's good enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, honestly, so Jules has been making fun of jorts for a while. I see.
yeah, yeah. probably. Okay, so I got you next. I think you're really, if you like Saltwater Enema, I think you're really gonna like this one.
It's like a Spotify recommendation. If you like Saltwater Enema, you might like.
These are all so stupid. Lucifer circumcised.
Ooh, I
Sounds
like
real
it.
though.
That
doesn't
sounds
it?
real.
Well,
That
it is
one's-
real.
Yeah, one of your favorite bands.
One of my favorites.
Is there a joke to go with that, or
There's not.
There's no backstory.
No, that's it'd be too gross to think of one like that.
It kind of says it all.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
8.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a half on that.
All right, I like this one a lot. Eardrum priapism.
I'm too
Do you
dumb
know-
to know what priapism is.
Danny, do you know what priapism is? You ever see those commercials where they say if your erection lasts longer than 8 hours? see
Oh,
a
that's
doctor?
it?
That's priapism.
Okay.
So
Say-
this, so
what's
this
the
is
full name again? I forget what led up to it.
eardrum priapism.
Ooh.
Now here's the thing:
Ooh.
if you listen to them for more than 8 hours, you should see a doctor.
Yeah, that's a 10. That's a 10.
If anyone is still listening, I'm sorry.
First off, why? Secondly, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Next, my other favorite band. Oh, do you have a ranking? A rating?
Oh, yeah. That's a 10. I said
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a 10.
Okay. Next one, macaroni and fleas. Just sounds gross.
Yeah, I'm not eating it. For sure.
Right. Gross.
Please.
All right. A rating?
7.5.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. This one is this
Wasn't
one's-
very metal. Not that it was bad, just wasn't very metal.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
I mean?
true. That's true. Okay. This one might not be too metal either. But this band, I like how introspective they are. They're called Can't believe I wrote this. They're called Two in the Pink, One in the Think.
The first time you hear them, it's a real shocker.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Play it.
I got you.
Bow, 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 bow.
You-
Oh, no, I wanted...
You wanted an air horn?
There we go.
There
That
we go.
deserved an
There
air
we go.
horn. That's great.
I think if you combine my tagline with it, we've got a 10.
10.
We've got a
good,
10.
Good, really good point. Really good point. Real. I don't even want to repeat it.
Beautiful.
This is where none of these are very good, but this is where we really start trailing off, I think. This one,
How many are there?
I got a couple more. This one is called Tugboat. They're just a regular metal band, but their logo is an anthropomorphic ship doing the dirty with himself.
Nice.
Tug.
I'm in.
boat.
I'm in. That's good. Good backstory. We've got a logo, which is important for branding and T-shirts and things.
The first version of that tagline was way different.
A little naughtier.
A little bit naughtier.
A little more X-rated. But
Little
that's
more.
good because that's the kind of thing that you let your fans take over.
Yeah.
Like they can handle all that
Right.
for you. Just get the
If
ball
you-
rolling.
If your band name is Tugboat, what do you call your fans?
Palms.
I was
I don't
thinking
know.
something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I was thinking something like that. Shout out Danny Palms.
Shout out Danny Palm.
Shout out Danny Palms.
We'll,
He loves Tugboat.
dude, we still need to get to the Danny Palm thing. Oh, that's an
I'm still talking about my favorite.
that's an
bands
8 out of
out there.
10. That's an 8 out of 10, by the way.
All right, we're really trailing off here. This is I shouldn't have. put this
Tugboat sounds real too. That sounds like a doom metal band, like slow, sludgy, kind of
on.
chuggy metal.
Mhm. Yeah, I get dark. This one's real dumb, but it's just called One Wipe. One Wipe.
Okay.
And it's because whenever I was in high school, me and my friend, after lunch, we would like skip class and go to the bathroom and play Battle Poops.
Dude, love it.
My impression was whoever takes like the bigger poop wins. His impression was that it was a race.
Oh.
And he would be, I'd like still be settling in and he'd be flushing and getting up, or yeah, flushing the toilet and standing up. And I'd
one,
be like,
one wipe and go.
dude, what are you doing? He's like, one wipe. That's all you need. I was like,
That's
What?
gross, first of all.
yeah, so that's just a real story.
That's awesome. 10 out of 10
It's
for the
gross.
backstory.
Thank you.
Do you ever take one of those ghost shits though, where like you wipe and there's just nothing, and you're like, dude, that was the cleanest shit ever. Maybe not nothing, but like it was
Sometimes
quick.
nothing.
Yeah.
It's that's
Feels healthy when that happens.
Everyday miracles. Everyday miracles. All right, this one I don't know. It's Monica Lewinsky's breath.
That's a good one.
What's that smell like?
That's a good one. Well, we all know what that
Okay,
smells
yeah,
like.
it's kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
And then, okay, the last one I just wrote cactus. There's no joke.
Wait,
I just wrote cactus. Sounds like a metal band. Oh, it is a metal band. It's one of my favorites, but
Yeah. That might be. We need to. That one literally might be a metal band.
Yeah,
How could it
actually,
not
probably.
be? But probably spelled with like a K and a Y somehow.
I was just
involved.
thinking that.
Yeah,
Just thinking that.
absolutely.
Well, those are
got-
some of my favorite bands.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
Listen, I'm going to add them all to my playlist as soon as I get out of here.
Great.
I'm going to listen to some Saltwater Enema on the way home.
great.
This is a great segue, also, Danny Palm, to play the video. Because Zack Snyder hasn't been just making jokes on the podcast. This is who he is as a human being.
It's true.
Fight. I don't want you to get too close because I'm sick. I'm really sick. I'm sick of these amateur fighters ducking my teammates. I got 4 teammates in the crowd right now watching me try. They should have opponents. Where you guys at? Step up.
Facts. My favorite part of that is that Diana actually backs up at first when you say, I don't want you to get
Totally.
to. She's like, oh, you're sick. Oh, no. It worked. How long did you think of that before you went for it?
Couple days. It was in
Yeah.
the period where all of our teammates were losing, their fights were dropping.
Yeah.
Just because like
That shit happens.
weird dumb reasons. Like people on Instagram, they'd go on Instagram and be like, "Oh, this guy has a jujitsu picture. I can't fight him." It's like just get in there and fight him.
That was with you too, man. There were
Yeah,
people who
happens
thought
sometimes.
you were like a BJJ like world champ from some of your pictures on your Instagram, like on the podium and shit.
I've got BJJ updates for you.
Yeah, hit me.
I lost.
You finally lost.
I lost.
Wow.
This guy named Lucas Jones, I think his name is. He trains at the Mat Factory. He's a
I was
young
gonna say,
guy.
I know him. Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
Better than me. He beat me. But it was.
Was
in
it bad?
So it was the first time I ever did an intermediate level competition. I normally just do beginners and smoke those folks. And so this one, like, people were good, which means I wasn't. And no, he was just better than me. I'm normally like real scrambly and athletic, and he kind of like matched me on that. Maybe even so. It was like, what am I gonna do now? That's my whole game.
Yeah.
And he put me into leg lock, and I don't know leg locks that well, so I just quit. I tapped.
Good.
Yeah, I was like,
I mean, that's
I don't
smart.
know when it's
if
gonna
you don't
hurt,
know what
so-
to do.
Right.
Don't wait till it's too late.
Shout out to him though, because I think he's really young and he's really, really talented. So he's probably gonna do really good things.
Yeah, Lucas is cool. I know him like vaguely. I've heard of him. I think we follow each other on Instagram and stuff like that. Yeah, Lucas is the man. And if you train at the Mat Factory, you kind of just expect this. Are you good?
I'm gonna get water real quick.
Okay, go get some water.
It's right here.
Pause.
Yeah.
No, we don't really even pause it. There's nothing to pause. The classic water in a Powerade jug. What a terrible host, by the way. I'm here with a gallon of water and didn't offer you shit. I'm like, this is for me only. Oh yeah, those things can be a little flippy. He got it. He got it. Look at that. Look at that.
I almost asked you for a sip before I remembered I had my
Nice.
Powerade water.
Have you done more jiu-jitsu classes than matches now, or are you still ahead? More matches than classes?
More matches.
You're wild. Visoki, I think, just said on the podcast, like, Snyder's the most athletic wrestler who doesn't wrestle of all time.
I appreciate
awesome.
that. I appreciate that, Visoki.
That's a good distinction to have, I think. And you wrestled the shit out of Zendarski in your fight, which definitely surprised me. And your next one, do you go in with a game plan? I know, like, Will and Mike obviously help you develop a game plan, I would imagine. But did you
Yeah.
plan to wrestle that much?
No, more like reactionary. Shout out Devin, by the way. He's the man. I got some funny stories about him. He's funny. I kind of just react. My game plan is more like I feel like I'm a better striker, so I'm just gonna sit back and do my thing. But then everyone I fought just comes with heavy pressure. So then I'm like, oh, guys gotta wrestle now. We're like in Muay Thai, I clinch a lot. I don't know. I really love clinch. I love wrestling. I think judo would have been I think I could have been really good at judo because I like jujitsu, but I really like the standing up parts of it the most. So,
Right.
Like, yeah. I don't know.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Give me a Devin Zendarski story.
Devin's
Give me
cool.
one.
Shout out to Devin. He's ready to fight. I think he wants to fight early next year.
Yeah.
He's been training a ton. He's a good dude, man. He's funny. I like talking to him.
We actually had him matched for this event coming up Saturday, and he hurt his knee.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's ready to go. I think he'll be good. He's young and he trains a lot, so he's just gonna get better and better. Yeah, he's funny. Like when he fought most recently for you guys, not against me, after me.
Mm-hmm. Falco Tatey.
Yeah,
shout out.
Yeah,
Watch
shout out Falco. I like him.
He's awesome, dude. He's awesome.
He has a good sense of humor because I was shooting memes at him and he was a good sport about it.
For sure.
But they're just
awesome.
they're jokes anyway. Falco, you're probably really cool. Okay, so after he fought Falco, the next day he's like, we had chatted a little bit, you know, since our fight and stuff like that. But the next day I just started getting like Instagram FaceTimes calls from him.
Yeah.
And I'm like.
He's a caller for
He's
sure.
A caller.
He's a caller.
He'll just get in your attention, and he's calling me. I kind of like ignore it. I think I'm just having like a beer at a bar by myself. Yeah, and calls again. I don't ignore it. Not like in a mean way, but it's like I just don't want to talk on the phone
right now. Yeah, I do that all the time.
And then I think I get like a message from him, and it just says, I'm not leaving Pittsburgh until we hang out. I said, all right, dude. So him and his girlfriend came and like met me. We had sandwiches and just hung out in BS.
Sick.
It was funny. I just got the message, that. I'm not leaving until.
Where'd you get sandwiches?
Modern Cafe in the North Side.
Oh, I don't know that at all. Is it good? Legit?
They're cool. Yeah, they're really cool. Have you ever been to Beer's Pub in the North Side?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Do you know where?
I don't go to the North Side very much.
What's the famous Thai place called in Pittsburgh?
Famous. Nikki's Thai Kitchen is like.
It's really close to Nikki's Thai in the North Side.
Oh, right on.
Although my favorite place to eat Thai food is Siam Thai in downtown. S-I-A-M. Siam. Also, if you guys would like to sponsor me or anything like that,
you've got your guy.
You're my favorite Thai food in Pittsburgh.
If you want a guy who loves Thai food and can make death metal band names, there's nobody better than Zachary Snyder.
Yeah, thank you.
I love Thai food, dude, for sure. So now I want to go to Siam. I'm not an adventurous Thai eater, though, even though, like, I like trying different Thai places, first of all. Like, I don't even know. Yeah, I've been to the same place twice. But I usually try to go to a new one. And I always just get pad Thai. Like pork pad Thai, one level below whatever the spiciest is.
Yeah. Oh.
And then that's it.
Yeah. You know, it's
extra peanuts.
I'll try a lot. I'll have a lot of things. I like pretty much everything on the menu, but it's like, it's going to be good. You know it's going to be good. It's like.
That's how I feel about it, too. Like, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Pick anything. I'm going to like it.
Right. Yeah. Do you like ramen?
My wife is obsessed with ramen.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good, but, like, doesn't blow me away.
Right. Well,
that's where I'm at.
Does she cook ramen?
No.
Do you cook ramen?
No. We go out. I mean, we make, the bullshit ramen. We don't like make our own stock and make real ramen.
Do you ever eat the ramen uncooked?
Oh, dude.
You eat the dry ramen?
It's good. Like
the
brick.
Guy?
The brick?
Yeah.
Yeah. I genuinely do eat that raw sometimes. It's so good.
I don't want this part to hurt your feelings.
Oh, no.
That's fucking psycho behavior.
It is psycho behavior. Why would that hurt my feelings? You just said a fact. You just said a fact. But I don't like sprinkle the seasoning on it and then eat it. But now I might because that sounds decent.
Yeah, true. You know what's funny? We were talking about grades earlier and how I got held back a couple grades. Isn't it interesting how you skipped a grade?
How did you know that?
What?
That's wild.
You skipped first grade? Because you're so smart?
Dude, FBI, Zack Snyder. I did skip first grade.
Everyone knows that. Danny, didn't you know that?
Yeah, Danny knew that.
I didn't know that.
He just blew your cover.
I thought it was common knowledge.
That's nice.
Yeah.
He's got Zack Snyder's got his sources. I did skip first grade.
Dude.
I did. So
what's it like being such a brainiac?
It's crazy, bro. The weight on my shoulders daily is insane.
Literally.
You wouldn't.
So heavy up there.
It's so heavy. Nice. So when I said earlier about being self-conscious, I don't even know if we were recording at the time, about my voice having not changed, right? It was doubly troubling because I was a grade ahead. So like really everybody else's had everybody else had beards.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Ryan Middleton in
How are
the
ya?
house. Look at dude, is that 247 roofing shirt new? Is that polo? That's an Adidas polo. That's like a high quality polo. That's a golf shirt. You need to golf.
For your clothes.
Ah, nice. You need to golf in that. Let's
I need to golf.
let's go golf.
What are you doing with that candy?
Oh yeah, the candy. I totally forgot about that. So, Zack Snyder, you put me on the spot with death metal band name rankings.
Gotcha.
I'm going to put you on the spot with candy rankings. In
by me,
here,
yeah.
this is from Halloween. Ryan lives in Upper St. Clair, so he has the benefit of Halloween being awesome because all these rich people give out
out
full-size
full candy bars.
boys and also just a really good variety. There is like a little bit of everything in here.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is pull out every variety that I see. I should probably say for people who can't see, Reese's, just regular cups, Reese's peanut butter cups, Kit Kat, Snickers, Milky Way, Mounds, that's a bite size, Roll-Up, there's literally one Roll-Up, Milk Duds, Whoppers, Kit Kat Dark, which I didn't even know existed, but that's awesome.
It's one of the Thai brands.
Yeah, for real. York Peppermint Patty. Plain M&Ms. Reese's shaped like a pumpkin. A Hershey's Kiss. Oh, man.
I have so many thoughts on all these.
All right, I think this is everything. Stand by. A full-size Three Musketeers. Don't take the size into account.
No,
Like just pretend they're all
Yeah,
full-size.
we're talking about chemical makeup.
Yeah. Twix and Snickers peanut butter. That's
Snickers
so
peanut
many.
butter.
That's so many candies to rank.
Just had
I,
peanut
I
butter.
think there's more in there than when we did this before somehow.
What if I just shoot you opinions on each one?
How about you just yeah. That works too, but I do need at least a top 5.
The best
Fair
one's
enough.
not even on there though.
What is that?
Take 5.
Oh,
dude.
take 5 is
Take 5
like,
is really good
really good.
because it's like a Reese's with a pretzel, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
They actually make Reese's cups now with pretzels inside, like crushed pretzels inside. I haven't had them, but it sounds good.
All right. Let me spit some game real quick.
Do it.
Okay, Reese's, fire. They're my dad's favorite. Absolutely. He used to always steal them from us in Halloween.
Nice.
Is
Is that number 1, or are you just saying like
just
they're
saying-
top 5?
Just saying in general. They're definitely in the top 5.
Okay.
Reese's Pieces are pretty bomb too.
Facts.
They're a little too crunchy for me. Like, you know the thing about the Reese's cups, dude. There's something about the, you know that word. Whenever people like don't like yogurt, they're like, I hate the consistency. It's like a tactile thing.
Yeah.
almost. There's like a tactile thing to the Reese's. Whenever you bite through that edge, the ridge, nothing else like it in candy.
Love it. You gotta love that. Do you eat around the center first and save the middle for last, or do you just eat it?
I don't think I've done that. No.
Dude, did you ever freeze them? Put them in the freezer and then eat them?
Ooh, I've done it with other candy bars. I'm not sure about Reese's.
Do it.
It's a good idea.
Do it.
Kit Kats, they're great, but I just feel like they leave a little to be desired.
Dark or plain?
Kind of like eating chocolatey styrofoam, you know?
True.
Here's the thing. I think dark chocolate is like one of those things where nobody actually likes it, but they just like it to seem cool. Kind of like how coffee with cream and sugar is objectively better, but most people are like, nah, I drink my coffee black. I'm trying to be tough. That's the same thing about dark chocolate. It tastes kind of like shit, but people are like, yeah,
Hey.
I prefer it. It's whatever.
We all have opinions. That one's wrong. I love dark chocolate and black coffee. wait, we're saving this for the top 5.
Okay.
However, I will say there's a place in the strip, and I wish I knew the name so I could shout them out. That is like sells really high end chocolate, and they have like an insane variety of chocolate. I got like 90 or 95% dark chocolate there one time, which I didn't even know what that meant. I'm just like, oh, I like dark chocolate. Obviously, the darker the better. There's a point where it literally tastes like aspirin, bro, like a crushed up aspirin, and I found that point. So I will say, don't go too dark.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit like dark chocolate. Whenever I buy candy, I get dark chocolate because my girlfriend likes it. So.
It's healthier too,
Yeah, I know, right? It like helps liver function or
or
something.
something. Who knows?
It's got to be marketing. That can't be real. Okay, Snickers. Snickers is like the candy bar. I hate to say it. It kind of has everything. They're good, but it's just you're getting everything. It feels like
True.
It's
Is
just
it
like
top 5?
the whole package. I feel like by default, it's
It is.
like kind of satiates so many different hungers
Sure,
that you have,
sure.
right?
Sweet, salty.
Yeah,
It's got a little bit of everything
a lot
going on.
Yeah,
Also a great one to freeze. Or buy those
True.
Snickers ice cream bars. Oh, dude,
yeah, those are good.
so good.
I've definitely frozen Snickers before, and then
Yeah.
practically like broken my teeth.
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
bite
they
through
get
it.
crazy hard. Yeah.
Three Musketeers used to be my favorite back in like Little League Baseball. I would get one after every single game.
Very nice.
And now the idea of eating whatever that is on the inside,
the fluff.
fluff. Yeah, I don't want it anymore.
Okay.
I'm fluffed out.
That doesn't sound like a top 5 to me.
I can appreciate it though.
It had its day.
Yeah. What are they called? Three Musketeers.
Yeah. Yeah,
a lot of people say I look like a Three Musketeers.
you do. I could see it. I could see that. A little thin sword.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Do you guys know the names of the Three Musketeers?
Not at all.
Yeah. Do you think a regular person should know the names of the Three Musketeers?
No.
No.
Dude, so many people know them. It's like Draculus and Malevola. I don't know. They just have these weird, goofy names.
I couldn't even guess.
Molecula, and they're like, you don't know Molecula? I'm like, I don't know. How do you know these
What are
weird
you
characters'
talking
names?
about? Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Prometheus. And I'm like, who the fuck is Prometheus? Whatever
That's
their names
awesome. So there was also peanut butter Snickers, which I didn't know existed either.
are. Yeah, whatever. So,
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
That's
right.
okay. Snickers is already doing so much. It's
Exactly. It didn't need a co-star at all.
like- right.
right.
What else we got here?
We're down to the little guy. Oh no, there's a full-size Milky Way there.
Milky Way. It's like basically just Snickers without the crunch, right?
I think so.
It's kind of boring in that regard. Even their marketing's kind of boring. They're just like they doesn't
Nah, we're
pop.
Milky Way, whatever. Yeah. Nobody cares about it.
Milky Way. Take it or leave it.
That's really what they are. Like I'm not super mad about eating it, but
No, right?
whatever.
Yeah, exactly. York is what? Peppermint.
Peppermint patty.
They're okay. I don't really like that combination of flavor.
Yeah, same.
Same with the coconut. I don't really like the coconut stuff.
I do love coconut, but I wish that was an almond joy.
That was what? Sorry.
I said I wish it was an almond joy. It's just a Mounds with an almond in the middle, which is good.
Was it almond or is it coconut?
It's both.
Oh.
It's like a literal almond nut in it, though. The almond joy.
No. Okay.
Dude, you didn't know that?
I stick away from the coconut and
Hey,
I like
fair.
almond milk.
Fair.
I'm not a coconut guy myself.
Yeah.
Well.
You always think it's gonna be so. Do you ever go to like the beach?
Yeah.
You ever get a coconut?
No, I don't like coconuts.
Well, but have you ever tried one?
No. I just don't like coconut stuff, so I'm not gonna get a coconut.
Fair.
That's the thing. When you're on TV, when you see TVs and movies and people get the
Yeah,
coconuts, and
drinking out of it and stuff.
oh, they fucking taste like sweat.
Yeah,
They're
I can see
horrible.
that. Because
They're
coconut
so-
water sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep coconut water in mind. That's gonna come up later, actually. All right, what else we got here?
We
What
got
are
a
the-
Rolo.
What are the spherical ones? Rolos are like caramel little plops, right?
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. What are the little circle ones?
These?
Whoppers?
Whoppers. Malt? Is that what that's called? Malt chocolate?
They're okay.
Malted milk balls.
How are those different from Milk Duds? Aren't
So
they the
milk
same?
duds have they're caramel for sure.
Oh, okay. Those are more like crunchy something.
We
all
might
right.
not get 5 in the top 5.
That's
It's
true.
like I don't really like
Just-
any of this
I'm
shit.
just shitting on all this candy. Twix is fire. Just put them in the top 5 right now. Twix
All
is
right,
fire.
Twix makes it.
Twix is like a more approachable Snickers bar. It's like when you go to a bar and there's a group of chicks. You don't hit on the hottest one.
Sure.
You hit on the second hottest one.
Nice. That's Twix.
Twix is the second hottest.
Awesome.
But you're going to have a better time with the Twix than the Snickers.
Oh, dude. That's perfect analogy.
It's an analogy for
That
the
is
ages.
poetic.
I don't go to bars and hit on girls, though, because I have a girlfriend. She's great.
I
She's
love
great.
you covering your ass there. That's awesome. All right, dude. We're down to the final 4. A Hershey's Kiss, Milk Duds, a pumpkin-shaped Reese's, and plain M&Ms.
Milk Duds, I think my girlfriend likes those. She likes some type of spherical little chocolate. So put those in there. Those would
Okay.
be for her.
Some kind of spherical
And what's the crazy Reese's? Pumpkin Reese's?
pumpkin.
Yeah, I mean, it's Reese's. I'm telling you, what I told you about the shape of the OG Reese's, though, it's hard
That
to beat
does it
that
for you.
shape,
Yeah.
dude.
See,
So-
I think the shapes are better. I like always the egg for Easter, the pumpkin, the
good, yeah.
trees. Like, I don't know, the pumpkin to chocolate ratio is better in a shape.
That's
I
fair.
don't know.
That's
I don't
fair.
know.
That's
For
fair.
me.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But
That's
still,
fair.
5? Top 5?
I got
We can just do a top 4.
Leave it out. Leave it out.
Okay.
M&Ms are okay. They're kind of like grandma candy. You know, grandma just has those at her house when you come over.
That's true. Do you prefer peanut M&Ms?
Not really.
No M&M? Is there any
I like
variety?
M&Ms.
Is there any variety though that you like better than plain?
No, what we used to get like on Christmas time was they give you the candy cane shape, and it's
Right.
usually like all red and green M&Ms.
Right.
That's my favorite experience eating M&Ms. I wouldn't really like buy any at the store
Sure.
though. And Hershey's
Just a
is
Hershey's Kiss.
Hershey's is fire. Hershey's
There you
Kisses
go.
are fire.
All right.
Here's the best part about it, and my girlfriend and I disagree on this. The little cookies where you get the cookie and then you smash the Hershey's into it. Those are the best cookies, I think.
Peanut butter cookie with a
Could be peanut butter. Yeah, it
Yeah,
could be
that's
peanut butter.
usually all I've
But it's
had.
just like
Oh,
the
those are so good.
regular cookie and then you
So good,
smash
bro.
that. You can also take the little mini Reese's and smash them in there, like instead of a Hershey Kiss.
I've never seen that.
But the function, the whole overall arch, the thing of taking the cookie and smashing the little chocolate,
Way better.
so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Hershey's Kisses have wild varieties nowadays too. There's ones with almonds in them and stuff. Never knew that until last year.
Yeah, I just bought little truffle ones. Whoa. Oh, they're not Kisses. They're like little bars, but they're little tiny
Still.
Hershey bars. Yeah,
Sounds good.
it's interesting.
Have you ever been to Hershey Park?
No, never. My football team sucked.
Oh yeah, they do play there. I
State's
forgot
there.
about that. Yeah, yeah, that's awesome, dude. I grew up like an hour from Hershey, so that was kind of our,
Johnstown?
destination. No, I grew up in South Central PA in a little town called McConnellsburg. If you know it,
Is that where Shane Gillis is from? Or he's from Mechanicsburg.
Yeah, he's from more east of that,
Mm,
northeast,
okay.
I think of that. But yeah, close, like the same kind of environment and
Yeah.
stuff. When I listen to him and he talks about, I'm like, yeah, I can relate to
Totally.
everything you're saying. Yeah,
Totally.
yeah. Do you know Breezewood?
Yeah,
on the turnpike?
you got to go through it.
Yeah, it's I grew up like 15 minutes from
Oh,
there.
Yeah, okay. Nice.
That's beautiful. So here's your top 5.
Yeah.
Now I need you to actually put them in order.
Oh,
These are
boy.
5 I can already
Definitely,
tell.
yeah.
from
I don't
the-
even like them. I'm just being nice. The Kiss got to move over. Put Kiss 4. Kisses
Okay.
are great, but they don't have enough going on.
Okay.
And then Snickers is 3. Never gonna do you wrong. These two are interchangeable. They're so different, but it just depends what you want.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, we'll leave it there.
I'm good with
we'll
that.
Leave it there.
There's something interesting about Twix too, where I love peanut butter, like way more than caramel.
Mm-hmm.
But the peanut butter Twix is worse than the caramel Twix. I don't know why. Like it's got to be the original.
Okay. Yeah.
And this happens to be a left Twix, which is better as well.
Dude, that marketing campaign for like years, I was like, I don't get what's going on. Evidently, it just means nothing.
It means absolutely nothing. It's great.
I guess. Yeah.
It's just so hipsters who like black coffee and I think you're good.
I was like, is that in the frame?
No.
Oh, you-
Hipsters who like black coffee and dark chocolate can say they like left Twix better than right Twix. I think that's all it's for. So before this interview, I will shout out. I don't think we've even mentioned this, but you're the first guest ever who has been like super excited to discuss specific things. Like you came in with bullet points.
Yeah.
You came in with a stand-up comedy routine. You also asked us who our commentators are, and I have to know why you were asking that.
I just forgot the gentleman's name.
Oh, you literally just wanted to know?
Yeah. Ryan Kavanaugh.
I thought that was for a bit.
Nah.
Oh, you were just curious.
Just curious.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot the gentleman's name. It's Ryan Kavanaugh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think what I was confused is that Ryan Middle, they're both Ryans. I think that's kind of where I got thrown. Yeah, dude. Got a question for you.
Hit me.
So, what song did you sing this morning?
What song did I sing this morning? I do sing a lot.
I could help you out.
Hit me.
Everybody get up, it's time to jam.
Oh, I did. I was singing Space Jam. Dude,
Isn't it weird that I would know that?
you have my house bugged now. You have my house bugged. That's the only explanation. Or you're DMing my wife. In which case, I feel like we should fight, but I don't want to get teeped. So I don't even want to fight.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I was singing Space Jam. That's great.
Yeah.
But who
it's a
doesn't
vibe.
sing Space Jam?
I like to sing. Well, I
That's
don't.
hilarious.
I don't like to sing. I like
Neither
to
do I.
kind of sing.
Yeah,
sing
I
along a little bit.
I do sing every morning, by the way.
Nice.
Drives her absolutely bananas.
Nice. Can you tell me about a time that you that you shit in a bucket? Would you care to share?
The best.
Hope that's not too
This
personal.
is the worst, dude. Like if you ever got like arrested for real and were like investigated by the FBI, this is what it would like. They would know everything. Like this is a weird feeling when somebody that you think doesn't know stuff about you. It's like, okay, yeah, I got no shame about this. This is fine.
Can you share?
Oh, I'm absolutely
Okay,
about
cool.
to share.
Cool.
We were on a family vacation in the Outer Banks, and we were going inshore fishing. Actually, not we did go offshore as
Okay.
well, but you would think you'd be like more nervous for offshore, obviously, because you hear about seasickness a lot. Oh, when you can't see land, you're going to get seasick, kind of thing, which didn't happen, oddly enough. But I did get sick inshore fishing. Not seasick either. It was just like I didn't wake up early. My dad literally told me like wake up early enough so you can, have some coffee, take your morning shit, and then be good to go so you don't have to shit on the boat. Oh, Dad, I'll be fine. That's not going to happen to me, right? Of course. I was like 18, 19. I don't know. Regardless. It happened to me, long story short. We're out on the boat, and I just like it hits me like, dude, I got to shit. And it's not one of those shits that you can hang on to and like just prolong and be okay with. It's like it's got to happen. So I asked the captain, like, is there a toilet on the boat? Because some of those bigger like charter boats do have toilets. This one did not. Yeah. So I'm like, we're out here. We paid for like whatever 5 hours on this boat, and it's like hour 30 minutes. So
Yeah, you got a lot of time.
yeah, I'm like, I can't hold it this long for sure. So I'm like, what do you have? Like, is there anything I really got to shit? It's a funny thing happens when you got to shit and it just can't be held. Your shame goes totally out the window. Like, you just
Nature.
do not care anymore. Like, you'll do it wherever. So I'm just like, up front, I'm like, I got to shit. Where can I shit? And he had a bucket for like fish guts and stuff.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is kind of on brand. Like, it's not the worst thing this bucket's seen. So I was like, he's like, you can go in this bucket and then like lean over the boat and rinse it out when you're done. I'm like, sold. I'm in. So I'm sitting on this boat, which by the way isn't covered or anything.
Yeah.
So it's just exposed to the world.
Open air.
Just taking a shit in a bucket on this boat.
Nice.
And when I'm done, obviously, do you have any paper towel? Like, is there anything on the boat I can wipe with? And he's like, sorry, dude. Like, and I was wearing a sleeveless shirt. That's an important
Oh,
note because
yeah.
he was like, just cut off the sleeves of your shirt and use that. And I'm like, no sleeves on my shirt. I had socks on though. So I wiped with the socks.
Use the sock.
Put the socks in the bucket, leaned over, and just rinsed it all into the ocean. So the Atlantic Ocean has a little 100 turds and socks in it
little
right
piece
now.
of you,
A little
yeah.
piece of me somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of North Carolina.
Nice. Nice.
That's a real
nice.
story. My family loves it. There's no picture. There's no evidence of this. Amazingly,
Yeah.
like you would think, because it was like 2010.
Yeah. Kind of like.
So cell phone cameras existed, and you would think like somebody would have got this, but
yeah.
part of me is very glad it doesn't exist. Another part of me is like, that would be a hilarious photo to post.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guy in a bucket is a good visual.
So that happened. I like how these got increasingly more personal. Also, it's like, oh, you skipped first grade. I was like, maybe I said that on another podcast. Then it was like, what were you singing this morning?
We also went from candy to shit.
Yeah,
Back
it's
to
not
back
not a far step. Not a far step, to be fair.
Yeah, just a little digestion. in
Yeah,
between.
exactly.
That's all. That's all.
All right, what more dirt do you have on me?
Let's see.
Is there more? Jesus.
Let's see what I got.
Oh, Nicole did me dirty.
Who's Nicole?
Yeah, I have no idea. That's not her name.
Let's see. Dude, so
What
I
do you
have.
mean, Nicole?
I have. Yeah.
Who's that?
Who's that?
I'm trying to figure out who you did. Yeah, it had to be Nicole. If you knew that I was singing Space Jam, I was like, you could have asked my dad. Actually, my dad has a bit like he's on social media. He may have found you or something.
Dude, this is actually this isn't that creepy, but it'd be cool. You like smoking meats?
Absolutely.
My sister's boyfriend is like all over that. He has a huge, I don't know how shit works. He has a big smoker, and dude, he make ribs, wings, everything.
Sick.
He kills it.
Is
Shout
she
out
dating
Cody.
Steve? Oh, Steve Dawson.
Oh, dude,
They're
that's
killing it.
this is a real life shout out. This one's for the social media. Shout out the Fat Butcher. It's fire. Okay, it's in Lawrenceville. It's my friend Steve's shop. It's a beautiful shop. They have all these awesome options. A lot of local things, but then even when the things aren't local, they're like smaller time, right? And everything has the name of where it came from, the place it came from. They have like cuts of meat there that look beautiful. They have prepared stuff there. They make sandwiches. Everything's fire. Go to Fat Butcher.
Yeah, we had Steve on the podcast, and
Oh yeah,
he brought some pastrami in, and it was literally, not just saying it for the camera or anything,
Yeah.
the best pastrami that I've ever had by far.
that's awesome.
Yeah, they're killing it, and it's a shame I haven't been there. We've been traveling like a lot lately, and then we have the event this week, which is crazy. But like next week before Christmas, I'm going to get in there and stock up, probably buy something to cook on Christmas. Yeah, I'm excited to check it out.
You got a smoker?
Absolutely,
Nice, dude.
you have to.
Nice.
What kind of smoker you got?
I got an egg type smoker, so it's not a big green egg, but it is a Kamado smoker. It's a different brand, but it's exactly like a big green egg, except it's not green. It's a big egg.
What eggs are green?
These ones, dude.
Oh.
The big green eggs. Have you ever seen those? They're kind of popular and iconic right now in the smoking world, at least. Maybe I'm just in that world.
These literal eggs we're talking about? I think I missed something where I was looking for dirt on you.
He must have. Talking about types of smokers. It's a
an
smoker
egg-shaped
that's
smoker.
shaped like a egg.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Nah, you're
I'm
good, bro.
sorry.
You're
This
good.
is why I got held back.
Hit me with more dirt. This is wild. But that I like to smoke meats isn't that wild. That one's good.
That's cool.
That's a step above shitting in a bucket.
Somebody told me, I don't know if it's appropriate for the podcast. Listen, this joke will get a little naughty. It won't be perfect for the podcast.
Okay.
But somebody
sounds like it might be perfect.
Somebody told me one of your favorite hobbies is playing bum darts with the boys, which I can only imagine means one thing.
I love this is beautiful.
It was like such
Yeah.
a funny line when I heard it.
Dude, who doesn't love playing bum darts with the boys,
I've
dude?
never heard it before. That's
Get a
so
couple
funny.
whiskeys in you first, and it's like, you know.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I mean, dude, that's all like. I mean, I thought that was all just common knowledge stuff. You know, I didn't know.
Yeah, no, that's all in my LinkedIn bio for sure.
Yeah, right. Yeah, dude. Sometimes
Bum darts with the boys.
you just got to be a tot on the lot.
Dude, nice.
I didn't really.
Came back with a real reference
I
there.
didn't really work that one in.
That's one of the boys that I play bum darts with, actually. My buddy. Shout out there. You give Steve a shout out. Shout out Trent Sowers at All Things Automotive. If you guys need a car, Tater Tot on the lot. Got you covered.
That's
He's
sick.
the best, dude.
Is that his Instagram handle?
What is his Instagram? I should know this. I'm a bad friend.
That's that'd be pretty solid Instagram name. Tater tot on the lot.
Absolutely, dude. He's had this whole character going
That's
since
amazing.
the time he started selling cars, and his TikTok's incredible. Like, dude,
I just-
some of them are so funny.
Just imagine him dressed as Colonel Sanders. And, come on down to tot on the lot.
Tot on the lot. Dude, he's the man. One of my best friends ever. I
Yeah.
mean, he's just
That's
he's
cool.
the goat.
Must
He's
be.
the goat,
Yeah,
bro.
he must be. Really
yeah,
cool.
high school friend. Got me started playing guitar. Really, basically taught me guitar, and we were in a band together for years and years and years. Ryan's got something.
What did I hear in the other room talk about pooping in a bucket?
It was discussed.
It was
yes.
discussed. That was brought up. Yes.
This podcast has really gone downhill.
I've done
Has it?
irreparable damage.
I was gonna
definitely.
say.
It's gotten pretty crappy.
Oh my
I wouldn't
God.
I wouldn't even run this back if I
Wait,
was you.
he said that
I've
just
done
to say that
damage.
joke.
Oh, did I miss the joke? I'm an
He
idiot.
said it's gotten really crappy.
Oh God. Okay.
Which crappie is also a type of fish, so like it's double relevant.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
actually not that bad, even though he didn't mean it that way.
Yeah, dude. Something. La da 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 da. Poop deck.
Oh,
right.
I was on the poop deck. There you go. I probably was. Like I may have literally been pooping on the poop deck. That's
It became the poop deck once you
Yeah,
once that after you were
scarred
there.
forever. Dude, one of the best parts of that experience was that the captain was 0% phased by anything happening.
Oh,
Like it was
he's
just
probably
another
seen-
day at the office for
He's
him.
probably seen some craziness.
Yeah. He like did not care one bit.
Okay, let me.
Hey Zach, have you seen the Leftovers?
It's an HBO show.
No.
You got to see it.
Okay. Why?
It is a great show.
I just finished watching it last night, and like all you do for a couple days is think about it.
Huh. This feels like an elaborate prank.
No, it's really not.
No, when you were texting me to get the juice on Hunter last night,
Nice. Nice.
You guys know who Nardwar is, right?
Yeah.
I was trying to come in here and Nardwar you.
Yeah, it worked.
Okay,
You
good,
Nardwar'd
good,
me.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick. Real quick.
we got more.
You know, hang on real quick.
Yeah.
What's doubly like funny about this is that I did this for the Dalton Rasta interview. Like I hit up Isaac ahead of time and was
Oh,
like, give
yeah.
me some shit to like flank Dalton with that he won't be expecting. Like, how do you know this? And now it's happening to me. It's way
Yeah.
cooler when you're the one doing it.
It's fun. People came together to give me some great information.
These are good. This is like they did good.
So honestly, to touch on it, I was like, okay, Hunter's wife would be the perfect person to talk to, but it's probably like crossing the line. I shouldn't just reach out, but somebody connected me, so I didn't have to reach out directly. But she did play a part in this. So shout out.
Interesting.
She seems like a very funny person.
She flanked me.
Betrayal.
Damn. That's marriage, though. I'm used to it.
So I'll just bring this up organically real quick. We were talking about meats. What do you use to slice meats?
I don't. Is this a setup? No, I do love knives.
Wow, it's funny that you brought that up all on your own, Hunter. I just want to I just want to give a shout out to Knife Thoughts. Knife Thoughts, it's a knife brand ran by Logan, my friend Logan Stout. Dude, he crushes it. He has this awesome knife brand. What's more like a mark it's cool. I'm not doing it justice. Logan loves knives. He's even given me a knife as a gift, which I'm thankful
Hell
for.
yeah.
But yeah, he really loves knives, and he has a really cool Instagram page called Knife Thoughts. What I thought would be really funny is if I made a parody page of it, Knife Thoughts, spelled
THOTS,
THOTS,
posing with his
and
knives.
then just like photoshopped like chicks into every single one of his pictures. Just
Beautiful.
make
Please
a
do that.
1-to-1 mirrored page, but
Absolutely.
One
Just
has
whatever
Photoshop.
he post that as well, but with a hot chick in it.
exactly.
Your page will do better, probably.
Yeah. I think I tried it, and I think that the Instagram wouldn't let me have the name. It was either taken or they're just like, you can't put
It's kind of crazier that Knife Thoughts already exists.
That's true. That's actually.
I gotta. It's not that funny. I don't even know if I should share it, but I do have a knife story for you
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
interested.
Yeah, dude.
So my brain, the way it works is like, when I want to get into something, I want to get into it at the highest level possible. So Nicole and I just got we weren't married yet, just got an apartment together and got like a cheap Big Lots knife set. And I was adamant that we needed good knives. And she was like, "What? You don't need to spend this much on knives. We can just get a $15 block from Big Lots and it'll be fine." So, of course, we compromised and got the Big Lots block. And like literally 2 days in, she sends me a picture of one of the Big Lots. She was cutting butter. She was cutting like a block of butter. We get like Kerry Gold butter. It comes in like a solid brick. She was cutting it and the handle completely snapped off this blade. Butter. And she was like, okay, maybe we need better knives. So she saw my side. So once we needed knives, now it becomes we're getting the best knives that exist. So I go down a rabbit hole, dude.
Yeah. Research.
And at the time, one of our high school friends was living with us because she was doing a master's program at Slippery Rock College, and it was way closer and cheaper, obviously, to live with us than live on campus. So she was living with us, and I had like my office was totally dark, and I had this big 32-inch TV I was using as my monitor at the time, and I just had knives all over this monitor.
Yeah.
So she comes in to ask me something, and there's just knives on the. I'm sitting in the dark with just knives everywhere, and she's like, "What are you doing? Like, am I safe living with you?"
Right.
I was like, "Well, I'm just researching the best steel. Like, what's wrong with that?"
That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
Well, when I need recommendations now, I'm coming to you.
I got you. Logan probably got you better than me, but
I'm
I
sure
got you too.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably is like an aficionado on cutting knives, but
Yeah.
he loves pocket knives and like
Like
daggers.
tactical knives.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
cool.
get
He
you.
finds a lot of cool stuff.
Nice.
It's cool. It's funny that just a guy who's like that dangerous with his bare hands is like, oh, I love knives too.
I'll also incorporate knives because why not?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
happens. Like so many dudes love to shoot. And
Yeah.
like that definitely goes hand in hand. I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna. Okay. I was going to.
Sorry, I ruined it. I'm the worst.
What's that? You didn't ruin anything.
What did you ruin?
Nah.
I mean,
It's ruined.
Believe in yourself.
No, I don't think you ruined anything.
Oh shit.
Are we good?
I don't know if I like that look. Okay.
see who's calling?
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Okay.
Fight stuff.
Oh, okay. So, oh no, what the hell?
This
just
is like
happened?
a battle of the hairband wannabes.
Yeah, we said this is probably the best hair episode of all time.
I mean, your locks are much more like thick than Zach's.
They are kind of robust today. I had my hair in a man bun overnight after my shower, and then when you take it out of the man bun, it's real fluffy.
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, does that count as a man bun when it's like?
Nah, I see where you're going with that. Nice.
I actually no. I was. I mean, I think of a man bun as someone who has like semi-long hair, not like
Oh, really?
Goldilocks.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Yeah.
Danny Palm used to wear a man bun?
Ooh wee.
That's awesome.
There we go. Ooh
Ooh wee. I was just going
Clip
to
it,
say
Danny,
that was a
clip it.
natural ooh wee.
Now he just wears a man. Him and Hunter playing them mum darts.
Bullseye, bitch.
All right, so I had a question for you. Do you want to play a game?
I'm really afraid to play this game, but let's go.
It's called Fact or Fiction,
Okay.
Josh Visoki edition.
Oh, okay. Okay. Are these Visoki facts or fictions?
Facts or fictions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Trues or last.
I don't think I got fatter. I hope I didn't get fatter. Bro, I might make weight as an aside. I'm feeling a little more confident
Oh
after
yeah,
this
you'll
morning.
have to tell me more about
Yeah.
that. Oh, dang, this table's ready for.
Ready for action.
Yeah, dude.
This table's wild, dude. It also weighs like 400 tons.
Yeah.
Dude, this table's something serious.
So you're saying I could pick up 2 of these?
Oh. With your legs, man.
Only if they're women.
Okay. You ready for fact or fiction?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sorry about that.
Ah,
Fact or fiction, Josh Visoki edition.
I like this.
Okay.
It's a really fun idea.
Not counting like when he has to cut for fights, and he has to like drink a ton of water, but in like general, he almost never has real water. It's literally always coconut water. Fact or fiction?
Sounds too specific to be fiction, so I'm going fact.
As far as I know, it's fiction.
Oh, nice.
Kind of just made that one
Tricked me on that one. Coconut water sucks, as we said earlier.
It does. You know what's really great though? Aloe water. I like that.
Is that real?
You can get it at like the Asian market.
Hmm.
It has like little chunks of aloe in it. Okay,
Interesting.
number
I
2.
thought that was stuff you rubbed into your skin.
It is.
So you
Also
drink
in
it too.
water.
Mm-hmm.
Do you chew it up? Like, do you eat the chunks in it?
Mhm.
Or are they tiny enough that you just kind of swallow them?
Both. Yeah, both. And they're like
Like cucumber water. Cucumber water is good.
worst Gatorade flavor.
Cucumber lime.
Mike Wilkins, you know the worst Gatorade flavor. It's cucumber lime.
I love that one.
Awful.
Have you guys talked
disgusting.
about MMA at all?
A little bit.
a about 5 minutes of this 5-hour episode was MMA.
I was just curious because I didn't miss it then.
No,
If people are listening right now, I've apologized already. and
Dude, I love this
it's not gonna happen
episode.
again.
I love
Gotta
this
deal with
episode.
He knows we're not live, right?
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
pre-recorded.
But I'm just imagining that somebody has listened this whole time and they're just like,
are they gonna
what
talk about
is this
MMA?
guy on? Okay, you ready for number 2?
Hit me.
You're 0 for 1 right now. I hate to say it.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Josh Visoki is great at stilts. He's really good at walking on stilts. Like almost probably as good as he is like at MMA. He's like
Okay.
that level of a stilt person.
All right, I'm going fiction on that.
I'm going fact.
That's a fact, Danny.
Dang,
This
man.
guy-
I'm
this guy's
awful at this.
Josh Visoki on stilts.
This is the worst I've ever done on a test in my life.
So you're over 2.
Did he
Danny.
used to do like construction or something that had him on stilts a lot? Like one of those, like when you paint the inside of houses
That's a
and
good
stuff. you'll see
question.
guys.
I don't know personally.
That just seems
But
like
he-
a weird skill.
Yeah.
How do you know that also? Has he just come into the gym
Okay,
on
I'll
stilts?
get to that.
Okay.
get to
All right. All right.
He has not come to the gym on stilts, unfortunately. Wouldn't that be a great fighting league? Fighting
Awesome.
on stilts? Maybe a lot of broken necks there. But
Yeah, a little dangerous.
number 3. He was banned from Little League deck hockey for hitting his kid with his stick.
Yeah, fact.
Who are we talking about? I'm sorry.
Visoki.
Josh Visoki.
Visoki.
There is literally a fighter that keeps calling over and over again.
It's not Devin.
Yeah.
Shout out, Devin.
So, and he's fighting this weekend. So I just was messaging him that like we can't take a call right now.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so Josh Visoki has been what?
Banned from deck hockey as a kid for hitting a kid with his stick.
That's literally the most believable thing I've ever heard in my life. So,
You saying true?
Yeah, we're
I
both.
mean, well, no. Here's the problem: is this like unorganized sport or organized?
Little League sounds like it's
okay,
organized.
So it's deck hockey. Now, I know he played football.
Putting way more thought into this than I did.
He never
This is
mentioned
one of those where you
playing
should probably go with
hockey.
your intuition.
okay. Yes,
It is true. He was banned.
I'm shocked.
it was the main thing was the sport. I thought maybe like he'd been kicked off of like football,
Right,
but,
right,
like,
right,
and that
yeah.
was the like, yeah,
I try not to pick things that would be like ticky tacky. Like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
My thought process was Visoki hit somebody. Yes, fact.
Yeah,
That was my
right.
initial, but when I
This podcast was so good.
when
so
I
good, dude.
started thinking about it, I was like, that could also not be like hockey. I don't remember hearing him say
Okay,
hockey.
evidently
So that
he
was
did.
the-
Yeah, evidently he did. Okay, number 4. He adds raisins to his mac and cheese.
Okay, you talk about specific. That's like I've never even heard of
Yeah.
that. But I'm going fiction.
I think I'm going fact because it's so specific.
That is fiction. It is also some white people shit.
I bet he adds it to his macaroni and fleas for sure.
That's right. Good callback. Good callback. Okay. All right. A couple more.
I think I'm like 1 for 4 or something.
He was he just here in the podcast?
Yes,
Like two.
that was 2 days ago, I think.
Okay. This one's not gonna work then. Okay.
Let's hear it anyway.
Yeah, now I want to know.
All right. I'll just tell you, it was not true, but it was drives a Fiat, which I think is really funny to imagine him jumping out of a Fiat. And
For
being like,
sure, that's
"So,
awesome."
North side, like hopping out of a Fiat.
I gotta be honest. I didn't see him get out of a vehicle.
That's why I
but-
changed it because I thought you saw him come in yesterday.
No, I didn't see him come in.
Okay. Instead, whenever this is not like he doesn't do this at the gym. Like here's the next one, right? He doesn't do this at the gym, luckily. But whenever he poops, he takes his like pants all the way off.
Wait, Mike. I have a question. How do you know all of this?
I'm CIA, bro.
Yeah,
Ask Hunter.
He
Wait
does
till you hear
his
this
research,
episode.
dude.
I know Hunter's blood type, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
I find that
I know his
to be
gametes
very
and-
believable. So I'm gonna say fact.
I'm gonna go fiction.
I actually don't know, but I made it up. It is true for myself, though.
It's true to me.
Wait.
I mean, I
no,
do
he
it.
does that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, to be
So
fair,
you were. That was all of that was all like you.
only this last one was me.
Yeah. But I mean, you don't do it at the gym.
Yeah.
But you do it everywhere else. Like if
Yeah.
you pooped here, what would you do?
All right. The thing is, I don't take my pants literally all the way off, but I do take them all the way off one pant leg and my underwear. So, like, both my pants and my underwear will be on one thigh,
What did
and my
you-
other thigh's bare.
What happened?
You like that, Danny?
Did you have like a weird uncle or something? That,
No, dude, no.
Did you grow up
I'm just
Catholic?
I'm an innovator.
Did you grow up Catholic by chance?
Listen, if you got your undies on, your legs only open this big. You take the undies off, full
can get-
range of poop motion.
Yeah, that's true. Ooh, we getting close over here.
ROPM, range of poop motion.
Very
Be able to
important.
get their thighs open, baby.
Very important.
Okay, so that one about Josh was false. Or it
Do
could
people
be,
know
could
that
be true.
about you?
I think I have an Instagram post from back in the day where
Okay.
it's like
All
that.
right.
Maybe
If you're in public, like at a restaurant pooping, you do it?
not if I have to take my shoe off. I won't go that far.
No, like what makes you do that?
I want
Range of poop
yeah,
motion.
right. I want my gotta open those hips. It's like Muay Thai. You gotta open those hips.
So that's so weird.
I can't be constrained by the burdens of elastic.
What's gonna happen if you don't?
We just talked about me shitting in a bucket, so I'm not going to judge a man's poop habits.
No, that was just whatever.
Yeah.
That was real facts.
Okay. Last one for you. Last one for you. He listens to Stevie Nicks to get pumped up for fights.
I could actually see that. I'm going fact on that.
To get pumped up for fights.
Excuse me.
I'll go fact.
It's a fact.
Nice.
He loves Stevie
That's
Nicks.
awesome.
Yeah.
Stevie Nicks is awesome. If you don't like Stevie Nicks, I'm judging you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good sound. Good sound. Yeah. He kills it.
Iconic.
That is it. I think you went somewhere around 500. Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
I'm pleased with this
That's
performance.
like
not my finest.
average.
Yeah, not my
Like
finest.
by default you should be like 500.
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause
you got a
it's like
50-50 shot on each
50-50.
question.
So it really
That worked
pretty much
perfectly.
sucks.
Yeah, it was right on par. It was
Yeah,
right.
like you
It's how it should
it's
be.
what you should get.
Right.
Without knowledge.
Right. That's what I got.
Like without hearing the questions, that's what you should get.
Yeah, right.
You're
Right,
just
true.
as smart as probability is. Or I don't know.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
I gotta stop pretending like I'm good at math.
You did good earlier. That percentage was close. It wasn't right, but it was close.
We're gonna find out right
Was it 1 divided by 9?
now. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it was right.
I said 12 and a half. It's
Mhm.
11 repeating. 11.1111111.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And that's the end of Fact or Fiction.
That was fun. Have you seen that like Wikipedia fact or fiction that I don't know if it's just maybe it's only musicians, but I don't know if it's Premier Guitar or Guitar World. Somebody does that where like they'll interview a famous musician and go through their Wikipedia page and like get them to verify what's on it.
Oh,
or
no,
not.
no,
It's
I've never
really
seen that.
fun.
That's
It's a
pretty
fun
funny.
little
You
fun
know,
little bit.
For that Fact or Fiction, the harder thing is thinking of things that are fake. for
Right,
him. It's
right.
like very hard to think of
The
fake
fiat
things.
was really good. Like that would have had. I don't know what I would have said honestly.
Isn't that an amazing visual?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
especially if he got out all like hyped up for some reason,
Yes.
it'd be just so funny.
It would be
I don't know.
hilarious
I mean, he could drive a Fiat and it'd be like
for sure.
make it cool. I mean, they are pretty cool. I'm not hating on Fiats.
So how do you know he can walk on stilts?
Okay, I wanted to tell you about that. I go last night. I go, Josh, I'm gonna shout you out on the podcast. I'm gonna do this funny little game. I go, give me an interesting fact about you. It's an Instagram chat, right? Where I'm chatting with him on Instagram DMs. I go, give me an interesting fact about you. Instantly, you get the little scene tag. Instantly, the little bubbles come up. 6 seconds go by, 3 seconds. I'm really good on stilts. Like, you tell people to like, tell me something
really
interesting
funny.
about
Yeah.
yourself. Like,
Gotta-
oh,
nothing.
I just, yeah. No hesitation. I'm great at stilts. I was like,
Dude.
all right.
That's a hard question to answer, honestly. I was just on a podcast, not this podcast. I was the guest on a podcast, and somebody asked me that, and I was like, I struggled. I think I
Yeah.
said I can type extremely fast. That's all I could come up with. I'm like, this is my skill. Like, I will probably beat you in a type off.
We're gonna have a type off one day.
Nice.
I'm-
Yeah. Mavis Beacon. You are at the front desk typing all day. Yeah.
How do you type on a keyboard still? You have a computer?
Yeah. What the fuck else?
What do you type with your head?
That was a dumb question. I don't know. I mean, I guess like phone is different, right? 'Cause-
True.
Okay.
Okay. Fast as shit on the phone
Wait,
too.
you type.
What I mean
Did this
is,
happen in real life? Like I was in like matching land, like fighters not doing what they're supposed to do, and I come back and you're like, "Oh, do you still use a
keyboard to type?
Or do you have a computer? Do you use one of those crazy outdated computer devices?"
whenever you're typing, what button? What finger do you hit the space bar with?
My thumb. Yeah,
That's normal, right?
I think so.
Someone just called me out the other day. I use not my thumb somehow. I don't know.
Or
Now
your index finger.
I think I use index or pointer or whatever, whichever that one that is.
That seems
Yeah,
like
that's
it
the
I
was
think I use pointer.
That's
Isn't this
wild.
your index finger too?
Yeah. Pointer and index is the same finger.
The level of value I'm bringing to the podcast.
That's
is
awesome.
Diminishing.
I feel better about beating you in a type off now because I feel like that definitely slows you down a little.
It's my secret sauce.
Maybe it makes you faster.
Yeah.
Okay, when are you getting back into the cage?
It's funny that you mentioned that. Let's talk about shitting on boats again real quick. No, just kidding. Next year, early next year, hopefully.
Nice. April.
Yeah. Will you have a March or April card?
April.
We do have an April
Okay.
15th card at the Hollywood Casino at the Meadows. It's confirmed. We
Nice.
can announce it. I don't know that we formally announced it yet. Yeah.
If not,
Sick.
it'll be formally announced.
On the stream
At
for
the
the
weekend,
Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to fight in that. I'm probably gonna fight Muay Thai in February, so then that's like perfect amount of cool
Perfect
down.
timing.
February.
Yeah, I said
Where's Muay Thai? Where's that at?
that. Warriors Cup in New York City?
Okay.
They have like they're like a really nice. Actually, they might do everything, but our guys just go there to fight MMA or excuse me, to fight Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Maybe after doing Muay Thai in February, you'll like want to actually throw a strike in your fight in April.
That's true. I promise I'm okay at striking, despite all the footage of me not striking.
I just think it's funny that because obviously I didn't know you as well then. So like all I knew from your Instagram was that you're constantly talking about Muay Thai, like coaching
Muay
Muay Thai, training Muay Thai.
Love it.
And then you got in there and went the like Bo Nickel route. Just like
Yeah.
wrestled this dude completely.
So the
No,
reason,
Bo Nickel actually strikes.
Yeah, he was just the first wrestler I thought of. Yeah.
that's the whole reason I did Muay Thai was because my whole life I was always a better. Like I never wrestled in school, but when me and my buddies wrestled, I'd fuck them up. You'll excuse my language. And
Yes.
And
that
even, like,
wasn't the first.
whenever
one.
I was gonna say of all things to be like, sorry, I
oh
said that.
my bad.
This is like our second X.
Rated one. Oh, wow. Ryan loves this. That's enough to. Well, that's my voice.
Whoa.
Oh, it's back.
Can you go the other way?
Yeah.
Yes.
Barry White. Oh, give me some of that loving, baby.
I don't know any songs. All right. Oh yeah, the whole reason I did Muay Thai is because I was always good at wrestling, and like whenever I got in fights in like high school, middle school, high school, I just ragdoll people. I just pick them up and throw them on the ground. So I was like, okay, I know how to wrestle, like fake wrestle. I know how to fake wrestle, but I
Steel
don't.
chairs.
Yeah, not that. I used to love that shit though. But yeah, I was like, I don't know if somebody messes with me on the street, I could definitely beat them in wrestling, unless they're like a real jujitsu person or like a D1 wrestler. But I feel so much less confident about throwing punches, so that's why I started training Muay Thai. So
That's
I
nice.
guess, yeah. I
You,
guess, like,
you
part
actually,
of
well,
my-
just going like that, you looked awkward, kind of.
yeah. Well, I got bit by a dog. You weren't here for that, but I got,
You got bit by a dog here?
no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
He walked into Mutt Manor first.
Shout out Mutt Manor. They
Yeah.
told me I'm welcome back anytime.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna go
awesome.
give those dogs some TLC.
You should. I might join you. Go over
Okay,
there and just
yeah.
pet some dogs after this.
Yeah, yeah. I'm down. I'm down.
Okay, that's sounds
All right. Well,
awkward.
you don't need to come then.
Hopefully I will
Sounds
fight.
like you do.
April.
Hey!
We'll fight. Oh yeah,
Nice. That was nice.
I have this joke. Oh boy, this is not good for the podcast.
Yeah, it is.
I tried to think of it. I haven't really figured it out yet, but there's this joke where it's like, okay, the joke is here. I just haven't figured it out yet. But it's like, if you get a dog and take a bunch of peanut butter, and it's like, I feel like most people know where that's going, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you flip it on them, and you're like, you can eat that off of their crotch, which is like backwards from what
Yeah, just completely flip
needs
it
a
on
little
its head.
needs a little work. But,
Yeah. Okay. I like it actually because that
you can
is
spread it on their crotch.
It literally just changed my life.
Ryan's
for the
like,
worst.
Ryan's like adding tubs of Jif to his shopping list right now.
Like I can't
Poor
wait to break
Sammy.
into Mutt Manor later with all my peanut butter.
Restaurant Depot, here I come.
Poor Sammy.
Whoa,
Nice. Just out of nowhere.
Whoa! Every time
hitting
that
it.
happens, I think that something catastrophic has just happened. I'm like, balls caving.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hopefully I'll be fighting in April. Sorry, mom and dad. And
Wait, mom and dad don't want you to get in the cage again.
no,
Do they know you're doing Muay Thai?
yeah,
Do they know that's probably more dangerous for you?
yeah, they don't like it. It's funny. I'll tell my dad what I'm doing. I'll be like, I have like a couple weeks ago, I said I have a jiu-jitsu tournament this weekend, and he goes, well, it's not the one where you're punching, is it? Yeah, no. He goes, okay. And then so him and my mom.
It's the one where they're breaking all of my bones.
Yeah. Him and my mom. So my mom couldn't even like watch me play high school football. She like hated it, right? Which football's pretty violent.
Yeah.
She hated.
Debatably worse for you than fighting.
I think it
Yeah.
probably is because like even I play rugby too.
Mm.
She doesn't watch me play rugby. Anyway, and so she definitely doesn't want to see me fist fight. But I got her to come to jiu-jitsu, and I guess she saw like 30 seconds of my first match and was like, I'm out of here. And just
Wow.
left. Yeah, she
That's
went
wild.
went to a coffee shop or something.
Crazy. Are there fewer or less concussions in rugby versus football? Because I've heard people say both.
Well, it probably depends on like the level you're at. I think
Yeah.
in rugby you try to versus football. Football is like you're like a missile.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because you have a helmet.
Right.
Yeah.
Like literally, I think if they took helmets off, it would become more safe because people
Probably.
wouldn't treat their body like a missile.
Well, the thing is, yeah, probably. But if you're a if you're like NFL caliber, you're probably still flying like a missile. So then probably
No,
it's not
because you
helping.
wouldn't play ever.
Well, yeah, I guess you would kind of like take yourself out of competition pretty quick.
Yeah, that's
But the other thing is, yeah, so that's a good argument about like rugby. So in rugby, there's no pads, so you generally take better care of yourself, just like what
Right.
you're saying. But
I mean, you'll still get head injuries. But it's different because you football players go out there with no fear because they have this helmet on. They're not getting hit directly in the so they act like maniacs.
yeah, football is like the craziest. I always imagine like kind of like dogs. If no one ever told you about dogs, if no one ever told you about football before, and then you just found out about it, you'd be like, "This is crazy shit."
It's nuts. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure
even-
the rest of the
even-
world is like, "What are you? You guys?
That's
are,
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right. They must be like, these are maniacs.
you guys are
So,
idiots."
Rugby, yeah, I even feel like rugby is like scarier to me than fighting because I don't know. I mean, they say in fighting it's the punch you don't see coming that hurts you, but you generally see things coming. That's like the outlier, the one you don't see that knocks
Right,
you out.
right.
But you generally see things coming, and you're always trying to be in control of yourself, be in control of your opponent, be in control of the situation, even like being in control, like relation to like spatially, like your environment and stuff like that. Shout out Coach Will. And but in rugby or even like football, it's like there's no control like that. You've just got to sprint at a big guy and hit him, and it's just like so like you'll be running at him and you'll be like, hope this goes well, and put your shoulder.
Yeah, yeah.
So that to me is a little bit scarier than even fighting.
Sure. I could totally see that. I think the helmet versus no helmet in football, I think Ryan definitely makes a good point, and I agree with that to a point.
Yeah,
But there's so many like legal hits where their head still slams the turf on the way down, and those would be devastating without a helmet. like on a
Yeah.
very regular basis.
That's true too. There's just like there's no good way to do it. It's like it's funny because, you know, the risks in fighting are so obvious. And in football they try to like hide those risks, but it's not there's no hiding it. These guys are killing
Super
each other.
dangerous,
Yeah, dude. And not only that, but like I honestly believe here's my little conspiracy theory that no one that's connected to MMA will ever agree with me, but it's like those dudes are like the best athletes in the world, probably. Maybe like some international soccer players are technically better at one. But like if those dudes had just like done fighting instead of NFL, they'd be like we'd have like the level would be like so much higher.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so athletic.
Yeah, I think most people agree with that.
It's crazy.
Well, the best. I always say like,
You can't to be I'm sorry to interrupt you. Like
no, you're not.
I or kind of
I loved
kind
it.
of am not.
I loved it.
Like, dude, like a guard or tackle in the NFL is like artificially blowing themselves up to like 380 pounds, and these dudes are like so athletic. It's so freaky.
It's
Yeah,
nuts.
they're freaks of nature. I always say like, if we talk about the World Cup and like the U.S. doesn't like our best athletes don't play soccer.
No,
Like the best
Or
athletes
rugby.
in the United
Right.
States play football, baseball, basketball.
yeah.
Like those are the main sports that people are drawn to. And then the leftovers. Well, so I'll take that back. I'll say that your lightest people that are great athletes, like that's why the 125 pound, 135 pound, those divisions, like those people aren't, even if they bulked up, they're not big enough to play in
Yeah.
any of those leagues. Like,
Yeah.
and be so the best athletes in the world above, like, that's why John Jones is a freak, like, because he has the athleticism of
Yeah.
like NFL players.
yeah. Well, his brothers are in the NFL.
Exactly.
that stock.
That's what blows my mind about the NBA is there's got to be okay. So how many people in the world are over 6'2"?
Right.
Like less than 1% of the people in the world, and so you're finding this tiny niche group of people that are like that you have to be this tall to be in the NBA, basically. Like at
6'2"
least
is like a
6'2".
very
The
tiny
minimum,
NBA
right? You'd
player.
look, that person
Yeah.
would look like a small person on the court, but they're
Yeah.
a big person. So they're already like complete outliers in terms of their height. But then like you can just like dribble a ball like a yo-yo. It's like insane.
Yeah.
So
Insanely
that
fast
kinda-
jump. Yeah.
And
Yeah, they're nuts. My
Yeah.
mom loves Steph Curry because of his wife, Aisha Curry, who I guess
Yeah.
has like a cooking show. I don't know what she has, but my mom loves Aisha Curry. So she like watched basketball for the first time ever to see Steph, and she's like, "Why is he so small? He's so much smaller than everybody." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Mom, he's 6'3".
He's like bumping
He's
his head on
literally
the-
6'3".
Yeah, on the light. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
It was
Yeah.
nice joining you guys for a little bit.
That was fun. Thanks
Yeah.
for joining.
You know, I actually have to leave in a couple minutes. I need to go teach a lesson.
Dope.
Um,
What do you got to send us off on? This has been so strong.
I
You got to
know.
have a conclusion. You came in here with all that plan, and dude, you didn't. You came in with all that and didn't have a.
He's got to guess my middle name too.
Oh, dude,
Okay,
we're
I'll
ending
do
with that.
and
All
I'll
right.
leave you. I'll leave you with a gem too. I'll leave you with
His
a gem.
name. All right, we discussed is Danny Palm, Daniel Palm, Danny
Palm.
Palm.
I
What do you?
I feel like we're doxing him right now.
His middle-
Guess his social security number.
Yeah. Well, I know what he was singing this morning and his name.
Yeah.
You. So what?
Danny-
Danny Palm. What would the perfect middle name be?
Perfect middle name. Danny. Finger? I don't know.
That's a, good,
I
that's a
don't
great
know.
guess.
It's so hard to guess.
That's a fun guess.
Think Daniel, maybe that.
Daniel might help, but it works with Danny too.
Daniel, get hair on your palms if
Nice.
you keep jacking
Okay.
off.
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
it. You got it.
That's his surname.
His
That's his-
parents are real dicks. You got it.
What is it?
Tell him, Danny.
Daniel Manuel.
This is a troll.
Daniel Manuel. It's not Manuel either. That
I
was
wish
my
it was
first
a
thing.
troll.
That's my brother-in-law's name is Manuel.
Yeah, see, that was my first thought. It's like Manuel, right? And he's like, no, it's pronounced Manuel. It's
Manuel.
Daniel Manuel.
Is it spelled like Daniel or is it spelled like a car that's not an automatic?
UEL.
So it's spelled like Manuel, but not.
Manuel.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
So
What
it's
part
Danny.
of the world is your family from?
So if you shorten it, it's Danny Manny.
Danny Manny. Yeah, that's my, that's what we call my brother-in-law, Manny. He loves it. Yeah. Okay.
What part of the world? Italian and something else.
Yeah, what type of name is Palm besides
I mean, like
tree?
my dad is Spanish and Polish. Like I think I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell he was
Okay,
saying.
yeah. Okay, yeah, I only have a minute, so I got to tell you. Let me try to tell you a crazy story. Well, I could tell you a bunch of crazy stories. Maybe I'll come on again later, and I can tell you a bunch
Let's
of
do
crazy
that.
stories.
Let's do that. Yeah.
They're
Come
crazy.
back after your lesson.
They're a different vein than Josh Vasoki's crazy stories, but they're still pretty crazy.
I love it.
Here, this is just a dumb one. I was in Mexico earlier this year, and I was riding around on a moped, and I was going through traffic, and like my lane's going this way, other lane's going this way, obviously. And this guy was waiting to turn like in front of me, but he saw me coming, which is cool. He wasn't going to hit me with his car.
That is cool.
Yeah, but he has turn signal on. He was like edging out in the lane a little bit, but it wasn't a big deal. Then this dude, somebody hits him from the back. What is the word for that?
Rear ends.
Yeah, rear ends.
Butt darts, actually.
I guess great, yeah. Okay, so somebody slams into him, right? It pushes his car out into my lane.
Oof.
I did like a whoosh, like I missed it by like, I don't know, a foot. It felt like it was like a foot or 6 inches I missed it by. But I had to go to a wedding that night, and I had like my whole life flash before my eyes. Were like, oh, dude, I'm just gonna break my femur and miss this wedding. All right, that story might have been a little bit of a dud.
Did you lay the moped down? Like,
No.
did you wreck or you just swerved hard?
No, Jason Bourne did.
Nice.
But I did
That's awesome.
I was totally shook. Like I pulled over after that and just like sat there like, okay,
That's crazy.
I'm not dead.
That's crazy.
Didn't lose my leg, and the vacation's not ruined. So.
I'm glad you didn't die, Zack Snyder.
Thanks, dude. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Well, thanks, dude. This episode has been just bonkers. I cannot wait to listen back to it. Well done with the research. I'll say that was a very, very strong showing by you on this podcast. So thank you, man. That's awesome.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank
dude.
you, Danny.
You're the man.
You guys are the best.
Hell yeah.
All right, I'll see you next time.
Peace.